don't like, and then you have another kid, and you still hate your job, so you buy a dog, and then time goes on, you don't want to have sex with your wife anymore, so you start acquiring large leisure equipment. You know? I don't want to have sex. I'll get a canoe.
Personal watercraft, I think.
And then your garage becomes this museum of forgotten hobbies, you know, a shrine to sexual repression. I was at my friend's he lives in the suburbs. He's showing me, we were in his garage. He's like, yeah, there's the toboggan. You know, we only use that once. And snowshoes. The sousaphone. I don't know what I was.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Frigamo Motors, a division of Bob and Tom Industries, brings you another innovation in satellite navigation technology. The new Aggravator satellite system.
Now, getting close to Memphis. Better check the satellite to find my best route through here.
Son, you're not from these parts, are you?
What?
Tell you what, Mom, Uncle BS used to take 40 through Memphis. Now, you ain't gonna see the prettiest parts of it that way, but we'll make better time. You ever been to Memphis? Hello? Elvis? Ring a bell, will you, son? Greatest singer that ever lived? You got the brains of a gnat? Don't turn here.
What?
Wait till you get to old man Burton's farm and hang a left there where you see the Sea Rock City sign on his barn.
The Aggravator. It's the only in-car satellite navigation system that uses Southern comedy musician Tim Wilson to get you where you're going. You'll also get useful information on finding great dining spots.
Man, I've been driving all night and I'm getting hungry. Oh, good. There's a drive-thru here that serves breakfast sandwiches.
Hold on there, son. Tell me we ain't actually pulling into this chain restaurant when Aunt Bertie's breakfast buffet is only 10 miles due east.
But I just want a quick sandwich.
Fine. Go have a lousy microwaved muffin. When all you're missing is the greatest biscuits and gravy smothered in 2 eggs sunny side up you ever put your lips on. But hey, don't listen to me. I mean, I've only lived in the South my whole life.
Fine, we'll go to Aunt Bertie's. Just shut up.
Plus, when you install the Aggravator, you'll also get tons of interesting stories from Tim Wilson to keep you awake on those long, lonely trips.
So that is how Thomas J. Jackson came to be known as General Stonewall Jackson. Now, a lot of you liberal East Coast historians will try to claim that, hang on a minute there, son, you just drove past the exit from Muscle Shoals.
I'm on a schedule. We're not going to Muscle Shoals.
The hell we ain't. Damned if I'll drive past the birthplace of the greatest R&B music ever committed to Ampex tape. Son, if you don't turn around in the next mile and a half, your South is going to rise again. Right off that seat when I kick it.
Oh, what?
And if that's not enough, the Aggravator also helps keep track of your gas mileage and car maintenance schedule.
Looks to me like we're getting low on gas. Danny Perkins filling station's about a mile off of Route 23 over there, and it's the last full-service Texaco for about 8 counties. They also got the best price on beef jerky. Did you know that beef jerky was invented by Mexicans?
The Aggravator is incredibly realistic. You'll swear Tim Wilson is sitting in the front seat right next to you.
Oh, what is that smell?
I don't take a bath but about twice, maybe 3 times a week. Up until about 1955, when soap commercials came on television and stations needed to make all that money from soap people, it was considered narcissistic if you were to take a bath every day. Soap commercials on television is what changed this country into a bunch of sissies running around smelling like damn flower gardens. Oh, son, turn the radio up. It's the Atlanta Rhythm Section. Now, Paul Goddard can play a damn bass.
The Aggravator from Frigamo Motors. Get yours today. But remember, at Frigamo Motors, we only accept cash or checks. Please, no credit cards.
Credit cards is what's wrong with this whole country. If you'll go back and check in the last 2-3 verses of the 13th chapter of Revelation, it'll tell you that you will not be able to buy or sell lest you receive the mark of the beast. I ain't going to get into all that 666 stuff, but if you get anything put in your hand or your head, you're apt to end up in hell.
I think I'm in hell right now. Don't you think you're taking this a little too seriously?
Fine. Don't believe me.
I don't.
Good luck in hell, son.
How about you? Road tripping.
Yes, sir.
It's the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Hello, Christy.
Hi, chick.
Christy's sweater matches Tom's hat.
Yes, it does. Pink. We're wearing just pink.
Pink. Just pink.
You're not going to elaborate on what shade of pink it is?
No.
Titty pink.
T-I-D-Y.
T-I-D-Y. Titty pink.
Named after Jonathan Titty. Of course.
Emil.
Sorry.
Emil Titty.
Of course. Jonathan.
Foremost color expert of Europe. There's Pat Godwin.
Now, wasn't he a part of a small consortium that helped name?
Yes, the itty bitty
Committee. Yes.
I've had no sleep. The itty bitty titty committee.
Hi, Pat Godwin.
Hi,
There's
Chip.
Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Willie taking the day off because he can, by God. Here's Tom.
That's a doctor thing. Hello.
At 1 p.m.? Yeah.
Doctors are open now.
3:40.
Oh, don't you say a word. Not a word, Godwin. Good God.
Well, welcome to the show.
We got to talk about Pat Godwin behind the scenes a little bit, don't we?
What happened now?
What about
Him and his kid and dropping him off at camp. And
That was sad.
Oh, for God's sake.
Now, see, I'm very excited because
here's what happened.
I'm a big fan of summer camps and overnight camps, day camps, whatever. And
Bible camp?
We did whatever kind of camp you're into is okay with me.
Sleepaway camp?
We did a benefit concert a couple Fridays ago, I guess it was, and raised some money to send some other kids to camp. But in the meantime, Pat's son is going to camp for the first time. I'm very proud of you, Pat. You dropped him off. I know I'll be dropping off one of my girls at camp coming up in just a couple of weeks.
Oh.
Looking forward to it. She's going to 2 different camps this summer and a bunch of day camps.
So as Pat's want to do, he asks a lot of people for their opinion about, such and such situation. What have you heard about this? What was your experience? Yada, yada, yada.
Right.
And everyone Pat was talking to was going, oh, yeah, my kid loved camp. Oh, yeah, my kid loved camp. Oh, yeah, because we like to assuage Pat's psyche, if you will. We don't like to have him worried any more than he appears in the wild, because he's going to be paranoid and awful for 24 hours a day anyway. So, but you said, after we all got him all calmed down.
I didn't realize this was going on.
He said, what did he say? He said, your kids, did they like camp?
I said, Sam hated it.
Sam, what? Pat goes, what?
He never liked overnight camp, but Willie has been a counselor at camp and loved it. Lucy loved it. Charlie even loved it. And so it's not for everybody, but that's...
Oscar's beyond mad at you for that.
Yeah, sorry.
As Oscar said, I just had him talk down.
No one...
And here comes Tom.
Yeah.
Sam hated it.
He did. I mean, not everybody. It's not for everybody. It's like...
Well, you could have kept that to yourself.
I didn't know that was a problem. He knows how much Willie loved it. Willie was a counselor at that camp.
Do they serve lobster and shrimp scampi at this camp?
Yeah.
He was asking about that. I told him Friday night.
Pat, Jimmy's going to have the time of his life. Don't worry about
No,
it.
that kid's not going to eat a thing there.
No.
He's got a very...
Well,
He has a very, very particular
refined
palate.
Peanut butter and jelly, my ass.
is this the bankruptcy Pat palate?
This is part of the whole camp experience. You're thrown with other people. You have different food.
You have to get used to not being around mommy and daddy.
Yeah, it's good for kids. Good for...
He's not going to enjoy himself.
He's gonna have a great time.
I don't know about that.
He was looking forward to it. I'm nerve-wracked.
Oh, if he was looking forward to it, then
Yes.
Then he'll have a great time.
Well, as my therapist said many times, let the imprinting begin.
Did you actually shed a tear when you dropped him off?
Absolutely, for about a half hour.
Oh, Patty. Such a proud dad. How cool.
He's gonna be fine.
And they have a great system up there. It was comforting, but still nerve-wracking on the way home.
Anybody else going to keep an eye on the news next 2 or 3 days?
Have you seen the movie Meatballs?
I have.
Have you seen Friday the 13th?
Oh, boy.
And I've seen Carrie the fire starter. Or whatever she did.
That's 2 different books, but that's okay.
I saw that. It was a double feature.
So all I know is there's a camp counselor who's going to wake up on his mattress in the middle of the lake. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Are you ready for the summer?
Yeah.
Am I the only one in this room who went to camp?
Woody to Wabbit.
I would go to
I
church
went.
camp for 3 or 4 days every summer.
I went once in 5th grade.
For how long?
A week. It was a sleepaway
Did you
camp.
enjoy it?
Hated it.
I didn't care for it. It was too regimented. It was too scheduled. there wasn't enough.
Let me rephrase
Hey, just go play in the woods.
You are a free spirit, right?
I want to be when I'm out. You know, it's like, hey, I'm going to go canoeing. Like, no, first we have to go do the rope.
I read books from 8 to 10. I read all morning.
I mean, it was okay. The first couple of days were a little off for me because I'd never been away from home. I think that was the biggest thing.
Ace, did you go to camp?
I did. Bible camp or something like that.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Must have had quite the impression.
I went to Camp Rancho Formasa.
Ah, the cheese ranch.
Oh, yeah. Cheese with ranch. That's good.
Today's breed.
Yeah.
And it was so hot and humid, it smelled like cheese. Exactly.
You know what this ranch needs? More cheese.
Was that a fat camp?
Rancho Formasa. No.
Because
It was a CYO camp.
you were a fat kid.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
gigantic.
went to a fat camp one summer. It was camp, put it a fork down. And, chick, nothing?
No.
So wait a minute.
Nodding my head knowingly.
It was an Italian camp? I'll put it a fork down.
Put it a fork down.
It's not an Indian name.
Native American name.
I went to Camp of Hard Knocks, okay? That's
Oh, boy,
right.
sure.
Yeah, I found my way in the summer. That's right.
You did.
I went to put a tent in the backyard.
I used to love doing that.
You didn't go to camp?
No. God, Irish people aren't camp people.
Really?
Our life is a camp.
Did you know that Pat's Irish? Did you have any he's from Philly? Did you know that?
Yeah,
We're roughing it enough already.
All right. Okay. In your memoir, chapter 7, canteen full of booze.
There you go.
I'm sure there are some Irish people who loved camp. Oscar Wilde may have enjoyed it.
Probably. Especially love camp. Couple of the counselors showed him what's what.
Okay, let's move on.
Huh?
Coming up in sports, you want to give me the teaser?
We got a new Stanley Cup champion, and we got a new baseball champion in college. And
Oh, yeah, first time ever, huh?
yeah, and
Sweep.
Peacock has announced something that I'm dead set against, but they're going to do it anyway.
Okay.
We'll see. Something about a Major League Baseball game, but actually I'm for it, but I'm going to act like I'm against
Okay.
it. Okay, I'll just give you a
Coming
peek
up,
behind
we
the curtain.
have perfume for food.
And also in sports, a blind skater.
Oh,
Skateboarder.
well, she hit the wall again.
Oh.
That's weird. It acts like she can't see it. Oh, wait a minute.
First of all, it's a guy.
Okay.
Secondly.
Oh.
Okay. Right now, I want to talk about some great summertime food.
Summertime.
Let's have a stress-free summer, shall we? One of the ways you can de-stress is skipping that trip to the grocery store. A couple times a week, perhaps. Have HelloFresh deliver the box. What's in the box? Well, let's see. They've done the shopping. They've done the measuring. And they've got the recipe right there. You take out the big cards and you read off it, and it could be something absolutely spectacular, something super quick and easy, something very elaborate. Depends. You make the choice. 30 recipes to choose from every single week, and your food lifestyle can be matched right up if you're doing maybe a low-carb thing, a low-cal thing, or just beautiful family-friendly food. They've got it at HelloFresh.
You know why they call it HelloFresh?
Why?
When your box comes to your door, you open up the door, you look out there, and you go, Hello Fresh.
There you go. And it's all fresh food, of course. Get started at HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. I want to remind you that you get that HelloFresh app going and you can change your schedule at the touch of a button. Even customize your meals, swap proteins, whatever you want to do. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Why the code? Well, let's see. 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. They want you to get started and try it out. That's HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Once again, 16 free meals, 3 free gifts. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Yes, sir.
And I stumbled upon a show over the weekend that I cannot recommend more to Tom Griswold. He's going to be immersed. He's going to love it. I can't wait to tell you about it.
Okay.
It's really something. It's just for you, Tom.
I'm certainly looking forward to that. Also coming up, we have, as I was trying to get this out before, a perfume that smells like food that you can spray on yourself and on your food. Does that make sense?
Weird.
Yeah, it's coming up. You'll find out what I'm talking about. And an unusual scientific study of body odor.
Huh.
B-O.
Potato soup.
Remember that when you were a kid? Guy walked by. B-O. I can't hit that note. I'm going to need help here. And I got a song for Pat when we come back?
Sure.
Okay, good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, Why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
Morning, I'm Mark Allison. It is Monday, June 27. Thanks for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Great show for you this morning. We're going to be catching up with Reno Collier, comedian based out of Tennessee, RenoCollierComedy.com. And he'll be along with Tom and looking at today in history. This is June 27th. Hope you had a great weekend. So glad you can join us. Thanks in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Apparently a great show Saturday night. Donnie Baker, Willie Griswold, Jeff Oskey, all on the road, live on stage. So thanks for coming out, Jonesboro, and hope you're tuned in this morning. It's going to be a great one. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Alan Parsons is resting at home after urgent spinal surgery. His daughter, Tabitha, says the surgery was a success but did not give more details. Parsons, 73, announced earlier this month he was canceling a tour of Europe because his spinal issues were affecting his mobility. He plans to return to performing in the fall. The new film Elvis was in a virtual tie with Top Gun Maverick for ticket sales over the weekend. Each brought in an estimated $30.5 million. However, final numbers will come out today, and one of the two films likely will pull ahead. About 60% of the audience for Elvis, as you can imagine, was over the age of 35. Hey, and you can now spend the night in Dolly Parton's tour bus. According to the Knoxville News Sentinel, Dollywood Dream Home Resort and Spa in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, is taking reservations for patrons to stay in the 45-foot bus Parton used from 2008 until earlier this year. The bedroom is decorated in pink and purple and has a TV. She also put in a full-size refrigerator, tore out 6 bunk beds for her closet, and, of course, has space for her wigs. It also has 2 separate toilets and a bathtub. Want to stay? It's going to cost you a little bit. $10,000 for 2 nights. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Dollywood Foundation and Parton's Imagination Library. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show. Comedian Jeff Rothpan here in the studio with us.
When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus, and I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true.
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference. I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there was just one after another. The bearded man. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi! Man, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
It's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
We had a guy die there.
That's right. I know the story.
I've seen some bad shows, but
now this guy actually died. A comedian named Ron Douglas actually died.
He died stopped breathing. Died.
He stopped breathing. Died.
Did he die in the green room?
He died in the green room.
And everybody went home and didn't know that.
And Larry Reed was there, and I was there.
And you didn't know he was dead.
No, I thought he was sleeping.
So you left him there.
We left him.
So you all the second show. So you all went home.
We all went home. So he's dead on the couch.
So you get a call the next morning.
We get a call the next morning. And Larry answered the phone. We were both staying in the same condo. Larry answered. He just hear he beat me to the phone. He got there. He says, "What? Who? Dead?"
That's Larry Reed.
Yeah. This is all I'm hearing. What? Who? Dead?
That could be the funniest thing I've in this room. If you could do an impression of a guy with 3 words and nail it.
Who? Dad. And I've got this look on my face of Larry like, what? He hangs up the phone, looks right at me, and says, frickin' Ron's dead.
That's it.
That was it.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Bob and Tom. They put the...
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee poised at the news desk.
Yes.
There's Pat Godwin.
Ready.
Ready and...
ready to go.
Ready to go, sing a song, and he's a little worried about his son going to camp this week for the first time. So if you've had someone go to camp, send us your positive thoughts and wishes for Pat.
And no bad stories about horrible things.
No bad story.
It is bear season.
Do not. Yeah, it is bear season.
Is.
Well, not to mention rabid raccoons and
snakes. And I think today they're scheduled at your son's camp to do the honey race, where they soak each other in honey and they run.
The kids in honey.
And they have to run.
Hi, Josh. How are you?
They have to hold a slippery salmon and run through
the bear population in that particular area has been culled over the years. They're bringing in some
yeah. That's right. Polar.
They rented them.
I told you about the Charmin commercial where the bear family is seated at the breakfast table and the baby bear is eating salmon flakes for breakfast.
Oh, it's very good.
Because you would. If you're a baby bear, you'd have salmon.
He loves her.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, man.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Ace has tomato A to Z soup.
I couldn't find alphabet.
We've got, I know for a fact the alphabet pasta is here. It's in Jess Hooker's office right now, ready for tomorrow.
Tomorrow's show.
And what we're going to arrange the letters? Is that what we're going to do?
See how fast we can arrange the letters.
I believe it was Friday morning.
Can we spell out bad words?
We only spell out bad words.
That would be a side feature. The important thing is, as usual, you're getting off track. The topic, of course, was
we never do that here.
World record.
Ace, I'm so mad at you.
Why?
For bringing that up.
We were past. Hey, I spent $1.89.
1 nonsense.
That's a small can too.
I was very excited about this world record.
Yeah, we know.
It was, I guess, at Friday, and it was the world record for. Am I getting this right? For alphabetizing soup.
You heard him.
And what you mean is, this person wasn't in the grocery store alphabetizing the cans of soup.
No. So they took a thing of alphabet soup. This is a guy in Oregon, Mr. Jacob Chandler, American hero.
Is he?
And Private Eye.
He managed to fish out the little pieces of pasta with, of course, letters on them, and match them with the corresponding letters on a card in a time of 2 minutes and 8.6 seconds.
Isn't that something?
So, yeah, I mean, and
you're right, Josh.
See what you did?
You only live once, right?
Will you think first next time?
I mean, what I liked about this is something we can try and see how we do.
There's a chance one of us beats it.
I doubt it. I think he did a lot of work to get ready for this.
He did. Ow!
Oh, he says he did. He said he practiced.
You have to start.
He had a chart.
You start in a more simple manner to get used to doing it. Again.
Do you take them out one at a time? Do you dump a bunch on the table and then...
I think you have to take them one at a time.
Yeah, I think you have to take them one at a time. And he started by doing it with SpaghettiOs, just to get the simple motion.
Oh, I see.
So do you take...
That was his training.
To me, you have to take one at a time with a spoon and spoon it onto the card. Those are the rules.
But
then it'll get all wet.
It can't be easy handling slimy pasta. Can't be easy, especially that small.
Right. That's why you have to keep it on the spoon.
And I have some technical questions. I believe someone brought this up. How do you distinguish the M from the W? Is it okay? Is it the same?
Is there a video of this record?
Yeah, we need to watch that.
Let me see. I'm going to go to the Guinness World Records site. Oh, here's the guy. Here's a picture of him.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, he's got a He's got a very large card.
But he has a weird mustache, doesn't he?
He does have. He has just the facial, just the bottom of the chin. Looks like he dipped his chin in chocolate pudding.
I knew it. I knew he had weird facial hair.
Yeah, he goes to the comic book store. You know he does.
Oh boy. And they don't even like him there.
No.
I'd like to see Flash number 4.
It looks to me like the M and the W are the same.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
I'm not sure if that's okay.
I can make 2 molds for that.
No. Why would they do that?
In any event, we're going to try this tomorrow. Is that correct?
That's the rumor on the street. That's what the kids are saying. Yep.
Okay. Now it shows in the video the guy takes the alphabet soup, doesn't cook it. Yes, and it's 1 letter at a time.
Wait, whoa.
And so he spoons it out of the bowl and spoons it onto the card?
Yes, he takes.
It's not cooked?
No, he takes the can.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I imagine that.
Well, I think it has to be cooked.
It's already out of the can. It's all soggy and fine. Yeah.
This guy knows what he's doing here.
I guess you can't eat it. I guess he knows what he's doing. I guess you can't eat it right out of the can.
Yeah.
Kids eat that on camping trips every now and then.
Yeah, they throw them a can.
They don't
give them a can opener, though. I have to figure it out.
Sometimes they get hit in the head with a can.
Can I borrow your sharp rock?
Daddy, I was so hungry.
They will get hit in the head with a can, won't they?
Oh, boy. Yeah. Big bruise, big knot on their head.
In any event,
broken noses.
We're going to try this tomorrow, see how we do. Alphabetizing alphabet soup. Just a fun thing. And apparently they no longer make Alphabet's cereal.
Yeah, apparently discontinued.
Wow.
Because of digital technology. There's.
What?
What? Why?
What does that have to do with
digital technology?
Oh, yeah.
Do with
really? What
soup?
happened?
Go ahead.
You don't have to write anymore. Everything's just keyed in. Right?
What? You still have to know your letters.
What does that have to
do?
I'm
fully in favor of alphabets.
I say we go with this. They've discontinued alphabet cereal because of digital technology.
Yeah, exactly.
This is going to be like, we have a story coming up today about vinyl, the return of vinyl. You know, when CDs came out, that was the end of vinyl. Vinyl's back.
So we're going to bring alphabet cereal back?
I think we should.
I got some vinyl. You got some vinyl?
Yeah.
It's in storage. I haven't played a vinyl record.
I bet it's all warped now.
Well there.
One giant hunk of black plastic.
Yeah, vinyl. It was so convenient.
You say goodbye. I say
Full of fish and finger pie.
I startled the child.
Coming up, we have body odor in the news, and at the same time, we have a story about
potato soup, right? Body odor always smells like potato soup.
It does smell like
can,
The story actually puts an exclamation point on one of Tom's
points.
Yes.
Man, I hate it when that happens.
I know, me too.
We'll find out what's going on there. But in the meantime...
How was your trip?
Fun. I went to Disney World. 6 rides, 2 days.
That's what you get for going for 2 days.
Yeah, the lines
on a weekend.
Lines are rather long.
You didn't get the... I don't call it Fast Pass anymore, whatever it is.
Lightning rod.
Yeah.
It's so confusing.
Lightning rod?
Yeah, you have to buy a new pass.
You on a game show?
I don't know. We just went like normal people, and it was fun. But, I did the, what's it called? Soarin'.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's great. I
saw you on my Instagram, the Chick McGee. There's a picture of you standing out in front of the Hall of Presidents.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen you happier.
Oh, I love the Hall.
Did you go in?
No, we were in a hurry.
course not.
No, but you don't have time.
I was too busy to do the favorite thing I wanted to do.
We didn't have time. What, to stand in line?
An airline flight
No,
away.
we had to go get in line for whatever that roller coaster is.
What were you expecting? Space Mountain?
They could have gotten in line, and you could have gone to Hall of Presidents. By the time you got out, they would have moved 10 minutes.
No. What is the roller coaster called? The old mine shaft one, whatever that is.
Big Thunder.
Yes, that one. Yeah.
That was the possums hanging down.
That's my favorite one.
Wait. The wait for the Star Wars was almost 3 hours.
Oh, that you have to sign up early for. Yeah. You can't walk into that.
Yeah, but it's a combination of you go, I can't believe I'm doing this, and then something magical happens, and you go, this is great. So.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And what is it? Disney employees can't say? They have to say "my pleasure" or something.
What?
Yeah.
They always have to say "happy birthday." I know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you're wearing a birthday pin and they don't say "happy birthday" to you, they can be fired.
Oh come on.
They can.
Now, when you were at Six Flags playing Foghorn Leghorn,
that's right,
in the suit. Mm-hmm. Did you ever send out any sort of feelers, or maybe a headhunter contacted you, possibly come and work in the big leagues at Disney? Did that ever happen?
Slip you a card?
No, but there was a guy that I worked with who really did. That was his end game.
That was his goal.
The people that do that are great.
They are.
It was so hot.
I
and I can remember you're in front of the castle watching these people dancing, going, I'm wearing shorts and a nice linen shirt, and I'm boiling. And there's a guy up there in a Mickey Mouse suit dancing that beautifully, really well choreographed. They've got to be on fire.
Well, the rumors.
I think I have heat stroke.
The rumors that would float down to us.
Yeah.
The lowly Six Flags.
Yeah, sure.
You know, at Disney, they have fans in the heads.
Oh.
What? Oh, my God.
Really?
Whoa! I bet they did.
That kind of thing.
I bet they have air conditioners now. I bet.
Who knows?
Whatever they deserve.
Water cooled or
They look
something.
like an F1 driver in there. They got a hose.
Right,
with
exactly.
I hope that guy actually did end up becoming a Disney person.
I do too.
That was his goal. Yeah.
But we had fun. But yikes, was it hot?
And you didn't go in to the Hall of Presidents.
No, we didn't have time.
Son of a gun.
You're in line. A lot of the rides you're in line for well over an hour.
Yeah.
No.
I bet it was hot. You know what else? You know what else gets hot? Camp.
Camp gets hot.
And they don't give you any suntan lotion.
Oh, they don't
No water. Isn't today no water Monday in the internet?
That's right, yeah.
Cabins aren't air conditioned.
And then Tuesdays, they sort of give you water like Cool Hand Luke. You have a ladle where you have to ask for a sip. And
honestly, we did not have air conditioning in our cabins. I remember you had to bring your own box fan.
Yeah, they do now.
We didn't have air conditioning.
We did. I think it was the Legionnaires brand of window air conditioner.
Did you ever, and I'm not kidding, we used to call it bug juice.
Yeah, that's still probably popular.
Bug juice.
It's like a punch that you would make.
Like a Kool-Aid kind of thing.
Like a punch they would make.
Oh.
But it was called bug juice, implying that there were
Really?
bugs in it, of course.
I mentioned that I went to a fat camp, Tom.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I went to camp, put it down to fork.
Put it down to fork?
Yeah,
This is Italian?
Is that in Jersey?
I could have gone to there were other fat camps.
there were?
I don't know if you know.
Fat kids?
Yeah. I could have.
Like
I could have gone to Camp Uwastapa Edie, but they were booked. As was Camp Noah Mo for You. And of course, Camp We Affix a Chubby was. that was very popular.
So, I'm not sure which ones were based on the glorious heritage of Native Americans and which ones were just based on
let's not
Italian
get into that.
Italian Americans.
Let's not.
They
they're
all
all
they all sound
Italian-Americans.
vaguely Italian to me.
Well, camp sort of have the. Hey, look, I didn't name them.
Dear radio heroes, especially Pat, I sent my son to camp once. The counselors lost him in the woods for a day.
Oh man!
Oh no!
Never again.
Oh no! Well, Jimmy likes to wander.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, he's gonna wander. Oh, he's gonna get all his wandering in.
Dear Bob and Tom Show, one time at camp, we were in a canoe. One of the kids thought it'd be funny to intentionally tip it over.
That's Jimmy.
We were soaking wet, shoes and everything. We had to swim back to shore. Wow. There you go.
There you go.
That's no big deal.
Camp hijinks.
They taught us how to. You have lessons where you would deliberately tip canoes over and how to get your stuff and how to get the canoe back over, how to get in it.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's safety first.
Teach you to sail. It's fun.
Sail?
Yep. They're sailing at this camp.
Wow.
Water skiing, yeah.
Water skiing.
Oh, God.
Mini bikes.
See, the camp is supposed to be fun. What did you expect?
I don't know. We had a canoe and a retention pond.
We had a canoe and horses. That was it.
A lot of mosquitoes.
Yes. We had a canoe and horses and a pool.
A retention pond. This is part of the sewage treatment canoe camp.
Trust me, we didn't fall in.
Learn to breathe through your mouth.
Did they also take you to teach you to shop for linen shirts and things like that? And topsiders and
Sperry's.
Sperry's,
man.
yeah. Deck shoes.
A lot of tattoos out there, by the way.
What do you mean?
Of course, there are a lot of tattoos.
Wait, this is from your Disney World?
In my visit to Disney World.
Yeah.
Man, it's unbelievable how many people are tattooed.
Every one of your daughters will have a tattoo.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that's fine.
Don't some of the first wave have tattoos, right? Willie has
I think all of them do, don't they?
Yeah, all of them do. Just proving that I failed as a
They never listen.
it's obviously when it's really hot and you're at Disney World, people are fairly scantily clad, and it's pretty amazing. Some of the stuff people, the occasional Disney tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
which is nice.
See, that's too much.
What do you mean?
And I have tattoos. Yeah, that's too much.
You could get like a grumpy. That'd be appropriate.
Or dopey for being here so long. How about that? How about that?
I'm sorry. Now, we got a song coming up from you, Pat Godwin?
Sure.
Here it is now.
I could do it now if you'd like.
What do you have in mind?
We had that mac and cheese story from last week, and I had a song for you. And it's got a great last line just for you, and I waited for you to do it. They are changing the name to Mac and Cheese, which I thought that was the name in the first place.
Yeah.
You had a plane to catch.
I had a plane to catch. Yeah, the story, this was the Kraft people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're officially changing it. Instead of calling it macaroni and cheese, it will just be mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, this last line is just for you. So, here we go. Oh, the Mac babe with the cheese there is now called mac and cheese. I always thought it was called that. I made it for my son. He didn't like it. He's not easy to please. One time I didn't have any butter, don't you know? And it came out like a noodle soup. I put in too much of that cheesy powder. Now I got that orange poo. Hey, mac and cheese is back. I never thought it left. Yeah. Little sloppy at the end, just like mac and cheese.
All right.
Mac and cheese. Have you ever heard of these or been to one of these ultra high-end mac and cheese places?
There used to be one kind of near me, and it went away. I was sad.
We all went to one together, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all sat outside. We got different types of mac and cheese.
Where was this?
Am I thinking of different people?
You might be.
I love us.
It was great. I mean, what a tremendous idea. Why isn't this happening
Lobster
everywhere?
mac and cheese is pretty good.
That's ridiculous.
Well, you know, lobster.
It is so good.
So good.
Where do you get that?
Pardon?
Where do you get the lobster mac and cheese?
Oh,
A couple local restaurants.
Jim, he'll be asking for it soon.
You know how much your son loves lobster? By the way, no lobster at camp.
No.
They have, I believe, chipped beef on toast.
They have crawdads. They could eat those.
Okay.
What did you guys call chipped beef on toast?
Yeah.
Well, part of it was the word shingle.
That's right.
SOS.
Somewhere there must be someone who can make a good chipped beef on toast. For me, that was the worst thing I ever had to eat, and that was at my camp. They had that, and I refused to touch it. It looked like,
touch it.
How do you make something smell and look like white diarrhea? I know.
Tom.
Yikes.
Sorry. You know what we need right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple
Good
ideas.
shot.
Yeah.
Pat, I love that song. That was really nice.
Valium?
All for you.
I want to talk about Good RX. Wait a minute. Look at this.
I went to a 28-day camp once. That was fun.
Yeah.
We'll get to
Camp,
that.
put a drink it down.
Okay, look at this. These are all letters. I'm waving them in
They're
front of you.
emails, but go ahead.
Well, they've been printed. I had Mark print them.
All right.
Like the commercial says, we don't have to print the internet. This is from Gary. Went to the pharmacy a few years ago to get a newly prescribed medication for my wife. $2,811 for 1 month of pills. The pharmacist was nice enough to tell me about GoodRx. I set up an account. I now pay $33.06 for a 30-day supply. That's a staggering savings. Tell me more, Christy, about GoodRx.
That's right. Especially with summer starting, you know you'd rather spend your hard-earned money on something fun, right? Check out GoodRx. Start saving money on your prescriptions. Local pharmacies, they check them all. Like there's 70,000 nationwide, and they could save you up to 80%. Comparing prices is important because what a lot of people don't realize is that prescription prices vary from one pharmacy to the next, and it can be as much as $100. But GoodRx does all that legwork for you, and they do find the lowest price. In fact, GoodRx has saved customers $40 billion to date. That's right. That's with a B, and can help you save money too. So for simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check out GoodRx. Go to goodrx.com/Tom. That's goodrx.com/Tom.
GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used in place of insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid. In 2021, GoodRx users saved up to 80% on retail prescription prices.
Thank you very much, Josh. When we come back in the world of sports, we have
New Stanley Cup champion.
All right. And a bacterium world record.
Many bacteria.
Really?
Yep. How weird is that? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
Well, there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good.
Right.
Cake, great.
Right.
Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, what is that, a Skittle?
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
What up, everybody? Hope you're having a good Monday morning. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. As we go through this morning, of course, Willie Griswold is on assignment today, but we're skating at full strength. We got Josh back at the sidekick chair. There's Josh at the sidekick chair. There's Chick McGee over there at the sports desk. Christy Lee doing news. We've got Pat Godwin in the performance room. Ace Cosby running the board this morning, and there's Tom Griswold leading us all. It's a great morning here. So glad you could join us. On the way, Reno Collier on a Monday, and you were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Monday morning. The Japanese government has warned of possible power shortages in the Tokyo region, asking people to conserve energy as the country endures an unusually intense heat wave. Weather officials announced the earliest end of the annual summer rainy season in decades. The rains usually temper summer heat well into July. The Economy and Industry Ministry urged people living in the region serviced by the Tokyo Electric Power Company to conserve power in the afternoon, especially demand peaks between 4 and 5 p.m. The power supply is relatively tight after Japan idled most of its nuclear reactors after the 2011 meltdowns in Fukushima. It also has been closing down old coal plants to meet promises for reducing carbon emissions. More than 4 months after she was arrested at a Moscow airport for cannabis possession, American basketball player Brittany Griner is set to appear in court today for a preliminary hearing ahead of her trial. The Phoenix Mercury star, considered in some polls to be the United States' most gifted female athlete, could face 10 years in prison if convicted on charges of transportation of drugs. Fewer than 1% of defendants in Russian criminal cases are acquitted, and unlike in the U.S., acquittals can be overturned. The trial date has not been announced, but is expected soon. Griner recently ordered to remain in pretrial detention through July 2nd. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app.
I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Friday, 8 p.m.
Hi, excuse me. I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee. Might I borrow some?
Sure.
Here you go.
A few minutes later.
Excuse me. Could I trouble you again for some more coffee?
I just gave you some 10 minutes ago.
I know, but my guests are really big coffee drinkers.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
What?
Do you live here alone?
Yeah, why?
Shortly thereafter.
You again?
I need more coffee.
It's impossible.
Okay, but it is possible that you want me.
No. Good night.
2 minutes after that.
Go away.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. The coffee is so good, he'll come back again and again and again.
More coffee. Go away.
Some coffee.
I'm going to call the police.
You want it so bad.
I'm calling 911.
You want it so bad. Stalker's Choice Coffee. Share some with a neighbor. Stalker's Choice. It's what obsessive-compulsive relationships are made of.
Bob and Tom. Well-meaning, but...
Yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
We're talking with comedian Rick Schrader.
I'm a stepfather, too, which I've been for a few years now. And if you're not a step-parent, you don't realize the warmth and rewards that you get for the warm, loving feeling. And it's, I hate you. Okay, here's some more money. You're not like my real dad. That's right. You can find me. Track down your real deadbeat dad and have him pay for these Barbie accessories, Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind. Jeez.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 20.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello there, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hi.
Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick McGee, and there's Tom.
Well, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Talking about summer camp today. Pat dropped off his son at summer camp. Overnight camp, have some fun, go canoeing, go sailing.
All week. All right.
You're nervous about it. This is his first time away from home. He'll be great. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll love it.
Yeah, your kids went there. Should be
It's
okay.
already been 2 nights, right?
It's just one night.
Oh.
I dropped him off. Yeah, I dropped him off Sunday. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Is there any kind of communication? I mean, back in my day, of course, the way you communicated was with letters.
Yes, you had to write a letter.
Which, of course, led to the great American song, Hello, Mudda, Hello, Father.
I just wanted to see
Which is the true story of a
You
letter.
knew it was coming, didn't you?
Written from
Caught me by surprise.
Camp Granada, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Which is so funny now because by the time you sent the letter and they sent one back, you were leaving to go home.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No,
Well,
sense at all.
a lot of the camps now were just a week long. Back in my day, camp was 4 and 8 weeks.
What?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
4 and 8
Did you
weeks?
go
Your
for 4
parents
weeks?
hated you.
4 weeks.
No,
They didn't want you around at all.
No, they want you to mature, to learn to work with others, to get
Away from them.
God, yes, exactly, Pat. To get away from them.
Do you remember that song, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that's actually based on a piece of classical music.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you do?
We all know that.
Sure.
What is that?
Some
I don't know what's that called, John.
Fugue.
No idea what that's called.
Oh, okay.
It's a fugue.
But I knew it was a classical number.
It's a fugue, you fuger.
It's a Baroque fugue.
This sound familiar?
I believe this is from Midsummer Night's Dream. Puck's coming on stage now.
Mixing it up.
I love this beat.
Classic.
And what year was that?
Oh, I don't know when that came out. 63
63
or 4,
63.
probably.
Well, I've got a show for you, Tom.
What's that?
It's set in 1963. It's called Pan Am. It's about these stewardesses, and there's only 14 episodes.
I remember when that was on. That was
one
on
season.
ABC. Yeah.
One season, and Margot Robbie's in it.
Is it Christina Ricci in it?
Yeah, her and her forehead there. She's in it.
I love
her. Boy, oh boy, Tom.
Is this an older show that's being brought back?
5 years, 6 years?
5, 6 years ago, I think.
Is it on
something
Hulu now?
No,
or-
it's on, what is it? I think it's on Amazon.
Okay.
I'm with you. I loved the whole look and feel of
Yeah,
it.
Was this a net regular ABC, NBC?
It was.
Yeah. It was on one of the 3 major networks. Does that make you more comfortable?
Well, no, I mean that means
comfortable with it?
No, it means it's not going to have real language or actual adult situations. It'll just be.
It'll be clean the way you like things.
No, I don't.
No, it's
Yes.
kind of sexy.
Yeah, one of the stewardesses just wanted to meet John Kennedy, and you just love this show, Tom.
Yes, and by meet you mean fornicate.
No, there was an allusion to that, yes, but it's just unbelievable. The first jet clipper, and they talk about Juan Tripp a lot.
So is this sort of was created in the wake of the success of Mad Men?
I would think so.
It actually looks like the same art direction and the same. Might have been Spielberg. Catch Me If You Can. That's what it looks like. They took
I love
that
that movie.
when he was the airline pilot. They took that section.
That is a gem of a movie.
That is.
It's great.
TV show.
Cool. Well, good. Well, I'll look forward to watching that. Thank you very much.
I watched about 5 episodes of Bonanza over the weekend.
No kidding.
Really?
Yeah, they had a marathon, and I love it. I'm not going to lie. I was so entertained.
I think Tom and I agree on this. Our favorite part of Bonanza is they're out there in the Old West sleeping under the stars or a soundstage.
Overly lit soundstage.
They're always indoors.
Yeah. I don't think Lorne Green and his hair could not go outside. I think that was the deal.
Dude, his hair is amazing. And I didn't realize, though, how murderous he was.
Oh, God, yeah.
They would casually just kill and then go, well, I didn't want to do it.
No.
You could have shot him in the leg.
And then the sheriff would go, well, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like an early Tony Soprano.
And how did they have so much money? They were loaded.
I know. Well, they had all that land.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Remember the Ponderosa was larger than the state of Virginia and Maryland?
So they leased the land?
Well, no.
I think Stoll would have been the way.
Well, originally, but
yeah,
then...
I mean, leasing your...
Yeah, there's a whole thing back then.
They had all those steak restaurants. So I think...
Dan Blocker actually did, sure.
That's big money.
Dan Blocker started Ponderosa and Bonanza.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Is that true?
It is true. Yeah, he owned them.
Wow.
No, he didn't.
He started those and owned them, yes.
Dan Blocker owned Ponderosa Steakhouse.
Yes, and Bonanza.
Now, do you know who portrayed Dan Blocker in the movie about the TV show Bonanza?
Of course we do.
No.
Drew Powell, our friend
buddy.
Drew Powell.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Drew Powell played a young in a reboot of Bonanza. He played that role.
Oh, I thought he played Dan Blocker.
No, he played Hoss.
Oh, well, let's get the true story from Lorne Green as he sings the Bonanza.
Welcome to the Ponderosa, my friends, for an evening of songs and stories about the mother***ing West. We chased Lady Luck till we finally Bonanza. If anyone any one of us, he's gonna with me. Bonanza.
I am
don't know
convinced
how that was done.
I'm convinced that is real. Lauren was screwing around with somebody, or Lorne was screwing around. Yeah.
Remember the reunion show they did? And now, Bob and Tom Television presents the Bonanza Reunion Show.
Hoss? Little Joe?
Oh, boy.
Hoss? Little Joe?
That's right, people. The Bonanza Reunion, only on Bob and Tom Television.
And at the time, of course, starring Pernell Roberts.
Yeah, he was the only.
Trapper
now
John,
the show's
MD.
nobody.
No.
Walking around.
Telegram.
Okay, one more time.
It's one of my favorite
Welcome
songs.
to the Ponderosa, my friends, for an evening of songs and stories about the mother***ing West. We chased Lady Luck till we finally Bonanza. If anyone any one of us, he's gonna with me. Bonanza.
Welcome to a nice.
I love it.
Okay. Sorry. Pardon me. Time to move forward here.
More sports coming up.
Yeah, give you that sports teaser
Hey,
again.
we got a new Stanley Cup champion.
All right.
We got a brawl in Major League Baseball. We've got the Peacock Network doing something with Major League Baseball. And we've got a world record, a blind skateboarder.
Wow.
And a bacterium.
Many bacteria, correct?
Uno bacteria.
Just one? A bacterium?
Just one.
Just one?
Bacterium?
Bacteria.
But you can't catch just one. We'll find out about that coming up.
Alumnum.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Are you a computer geek?
No. I see. I didn't grow up with computers. That's why children have the advantage. They slip out the womb. They're born with a password.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you look at the ultrasound, you see the sex of the child whose internet provider is going to be.
So you're an email guy then?
Oh, no. Well, I check my email. I never get real emails. They're all junk. I got a junk box, and the junk box is like, look, we don't even have time to sort out this stuff. And it's all burn DVDs, lose weight, consolidate debt, and then be like, young teen sluts, whores, triple X. Thousands of it. And then I got a weird one in the middle that says, do you need a birdhouse? And I actually got that. And I'm like, who's the birdhouse guy? And then every day I get this email. Jim, do you want to enlarge your penis?
Yep.
And how did I get on the small Willy email list? That is the real question.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
Jim Gaffigan, thank you so much for the intro. My name is Mark Allison, rolling through a Monday morning with you. It is Monday, June 27th. Donnie Baker was on the road this weekend with Willie Griswold and Jeff Oskey. They were in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Great crowd on hand, so thanks for coming and turning out. Friday, July 1st, Saturday, July 2nd, Donnie Baker is going to be at the Funny Bone in Dayton, Ohio. Check out DonnieBaker.com for tickets and information. And the following weekend, Appleton, Wisconsin, Donnie Baker is going to be in your backyard at the Skyline Club. Again, that's coming up Friday, July 8th, and Saturday, July 9th. Mark it down on your calendars. Get out there and support this young man. Live comedy on the road, and you can see him live on stage. DonnieBaker.com for more tickets and information.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Tens of thousands of suburban swing voters who helped fuel the Democratic Party's gain of recent years suddenly becoming Republicans. Overall, more than 1 million voters across 43 states has switched to the Republican Party. They include former Democrats, those previously unaffiliated with either major party. This phenomenon playing out in the months since President Joe Biden replaced former President Donald Trump. Hey, Juul's back in the game. That's right. An appeals court has blocked a federal government ban on the sale of Juul products. That stalls last week's move by the Food and Drug Administration, ordering Juul to shut down sales. The company filed an emergency motion Friday to delay the ban, pending its appeal. And police say they found more than 110 dangerous snakes being kept on a farm after a woman living there sought treatment for a bite. The 35-year-old woman drove herself to the hospital near Berlin, Germany, and told doctors a rattlesnake had nipped her. Doctors sought an antidote, and police visited the farm where they found dozens of snakes. The collection included constrictors and poisonous varieties, and they were not in suitable terrariums. By the way, all of the snakes were impounded. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Now, have you ever done a cop convention or anything?
I just did one last night.
Did you really?
Yeah, you know, and they're fun because they understand stuff that I'm talking about, you know. I always say
Unlike the normal audience.
Yeah, the biggest misconception people have about police is that we really care. Don't. If you see a wreck and you can make a U-turn, you're going to do it.
Sometimes you just get stuck.
Oh, you know, you just don't want to hear it. It's always the same thing.
Don't want to hear it.
That's true. Every time you make a traffic stop, I ain't out catching real criminals. Well, I'll tell you the truth, lady, I'm not that good at this job. I'm trying to figure out a way to get disability without actually hurting myself. See, I was a smart aleck.
Didn't take it all that serious.
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Oh, heck no. People would make U-turns on the expressway. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, you know, because it says authorized vehicles only. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, I authorize you. I don't care. You can't be subpoenaed if your name's not on anything. That's the way I always felt about it.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
And with us in the studio, we have a distinguished actor and comedian. He is John Witherspoon.
My 11-year-old, you know, he's go to private school. Only reason to go to private schools is my mother-in-law helps pay half. Little rich kids go there. I see Warren Beatty all the time.
Oh, yeah?
I see Warren Beatty there. He's and Annette Bening. And my son talks like this. Father.
Would you like a toddy?
Father, my friends are going to Spain for the summer. Where are we going? I said, Compton. Where we going?
Compton. Back to Detroit.
To Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something. I'm going to give you that two left boots with a high, one of them with a high heel.
That's right. When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We very much.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, check.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Check.
Yeah, there's Ace Cosby. Yeah. Manning the track phone hotline. Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much. We have a lot to get to today. We've already discussed a number of things.
Bonanza.
Pat dropped. Well, we discussed the television show Bonanza, classic show, because Josh, you were watching it this weekend.
Yeah. I ended up watching like 5 episodes while I was doing things around the house.
Huh.
So,
what are the classic American, I guess, westerns? Are there any westerns on today other than, I guess
Yellowstone?
You could argue Yellowstone is.
Oh, yeah.
Is that going to bring back?
Yeah.
But the Bonanza,
Gigantic.
It was the Old West.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. No cars.
No.
Not a single
Luxury.
Yeah. No, but didn't the Roy Rogers show, didn't that have a guy in a Jeep? That always kind of threw me.
Really?
Remember that show?
Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers.
Well, he brought up Bonanza. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Well, at least that's in the 60s.
Yeah.
Roy Rogers, I think, was in the 40s.
Well, they were reruns.
They had TV back in the 40s?
No, I mean, he was famous before television.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just always thought it was weird that the guy, everyone's on horses all the time. All of a sudden, this guy in a Jeep pulls up. I'm a little kid thinking, well, that's cool. I didn't know they had Jeeps back in the Old West.
Isn't the legend that Roy Rogers couldn't ride? That's why he was in the Jeep all the time?
No.
Really?
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's it.
It's completely false.
Happy trails to you.
Great song.
That's really offensive.
That's a great song.
It is.
It's great to you because it takes you back to a pleasurable, sweet little time.
Said the
Ace,
defendant.
Ace, help me here. What famous band did a cover of that?
Van Halen.
Van Halen,
Diaper
of
Down.
course.
Van Halen did that, and you can imagine
that was worth a listen.
The that was written by.
I like that. Oh, Dean, you got to dig that one out.
That was written by Dale Evans, right?
Get on that, Dean.
It was written by Roy Rogers' wife, and I imagine the royalty check from the Van Halen version probably still coming in. That would be a tremendous.
I mean, it doesn't get any play. Nobody plays that.
Went for a ride in the album, though.
We did when it came out.
It's on the record.
No, yeah, I know, but not anymore. You never hear that anymore.
Oh, really?
Well, you're going to hear it here in just a second.
Well, that's because you're making Dean.
Yeah. And Dean, take your time on that, by the way.
Yeah.
What a piece of self-indulgent crap.
No.
Just play Hot for Teacher, will you?
Okay,
Jeez, come on.
I imagine there was a huge check that went to Dale Evans when that came out. Although I'm sure that her particular values didn't match those of Mr. Roth or any of the rest of the members of Van Halen.
When did Dale
Happy
Evans
Rails.
and Roy Rogers? When did they get divorced? Do you remember?
They didn't get divorced.
I'm pretty sure they did, didn't they?
No.
Yeah, Dale was super abusive.
Yeah.
Right?
These are all lies.
Dale threw a Christmas tree at Roy. That's what I heard.
No, that's
famous story.
Yep.
Anecdote. Okay, where were we?
Get out of here, yes.
So you watched Bonanza over the weekend. I went to Disney World.
I think I'd rather have done that.
I never turned the TV on this week.
There's a picture of me in front of my favorite thing, the Hall of Presidents.
Which you didn't go into.
Well, I had the girls. They're not going to. Are you kidding me? You take a 6-year-old into the Hall of Presidents?
Well,
No.
you forced everything else on them. Why not that?
Why didn't you just go and say, hey, why don't you go wait in line for a ride? I'm going to go in here for a second.
Exactly.
I've said for years, it's great for the air conditioning. Also, there's the less crowded thing right next to it, the Hall of Vice Presidents.
Sure.
Many years.
Everyone said there was a restaurant next door. What's it? The Constitution Hall or something? Or
Yeah, Mark actually really recommended it. Mike Mark from our staff.
Once again, we went and got in line.
Did you do Flight of Passage, the Avatar ride?
No.
Oh, well, I don't even know why you went to. I don't know why you went to Disney World.
Yeah.
You didn't ride
I'm sure
that.
the line for that was probably 2 hours. So
See, what you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, was a trip to Orlando with Tom. When you would go over the previous day, and you would say, Tom would go, "Hey, what'd you do yesterday?" And you would say, we just had a pool day." "Oh, really? Yesterday wasn't the day for a pool day. Today is the pool day." "What you should have done yesterday was la 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 la." Fine. Sure.
Fine.
I said none of those things. But
You're a liar.
No, I'm just saying the lines were a little ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, right.
Well, it's the way it is.
Yeah, I just wish the computer thing that tells you how long the line is were a little more accurate. That's all.
Sometimes they're shorter.
Yeah,
it's nice, isn't it?
That'd be nice. That was not the case.
I would imagine they probably do that on purpose.
Can you name what 6 rides did you ride?
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Soarin'.
You did Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder
Mountain. I did that one. I did the one with the song
Small World.
Small World.
Then I did the miniature, the really short roller coaster. That was day one. The one that looks like a little airplane.
I don't know that one.
Oh, neither do I.
Oh, that's over in Toy Story Land?
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
That was the first day.
One ride in a day.
No, 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, those were the 3. Okay.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Then back to the hotel for a pool day.
Is Splash Mountain open, or are they still redoing it?
It was open when I was there last time, but that was a year ago.
I don't think
they're turning it into a Princess and the Frog theme as opposed to the the current. What is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't check it out. And then did the Soarin', which was great. And then the space capsule thing, whatever that is. And then we waited in line for Frozen for an hour, and the line didn't move, so we just left.
Just let it go.
Yeah, we let it go.
Let it
I was poaching, and I said, "Look, this line hasn't moved in an hour."
Yeah, because that's an indoor line, isn't it?
How do you entertain your kids for that long?
And that's, I think, Disney. They don't miss much, but they really miss the opportunity. They should put TV screens everywhere and be promoting all kinds of stuff. Because you'll be people standing there with nothing to do, trapped for hours.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Usually there's plenty to look at in line. That's one of the things I've always admired about those parks.
Not if you're in whatever those gates are. You're stuck inside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and why do they make those snake around, the preambulators or whatever they call those?
Just a
you know,
trick,
they're not. Yeah, they're not fooling us. We know we're not going forward. Okay. Oh, we're moving, but we're not moving forward.
Yeah, the bigger problem is when you're in line, all of a sudden the people who have the fast passes just come flying by. You're going, wait a minute. We've been standing here for an hour. How come they're getting ready?
Because they spent an extra $1,000 to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to show people you're a big shot.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do that.
I didn't know how.
Sometimes
will next time.
I'll pay for those, and I'll go through the line and go, that's right. And then I get to the front, and I don't even write it. I go, watch this, and I leave. I go, I have time to do that.
Oh, that's nice.
On to the next one.
It's like throwing food away in front of 100 kids.
Then I slap an ice cream cone out of a kid's hand. What are you going to do about it, Punk?
Grab a turkey leg and
That
run.
was a secret that I learned on Tower of Terror. When you get to the top with your kids, you can put them on the ride, and then there's a secret way you can go down an elevator, and you don't have to ride.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you ride that one?
Because I hate it.
Oh,
yeah.
It's terrifying.
I love it.
Oh, yeah, that's the Pussy Vader, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you see Muppets 3D?
No, I didn't. We didn't go over to.
The Hollywood Studios?
Movie Land. Yeah, I love that. I always go to that one.
I had heard, is this true that you can only do one park a day now? You can't park hop anymore?
I don't know. We just did one a day.
What about Captain EO? Did you go see that?
Yeah, how about that?
No, that and the Dick Tracy had long lines.
That's weird.
That'd be funny if they ever did that. They had like a retro park for all the failed rides.
Oh, that would be great.
Remember they did a huge Dick Tracy thing, and then the movie came out and tanked.
Do you think they'll ever bring Mr. Toad back?
I loved Mr.
That was
Toad's
my favorite
Wild Ride. It legitimately was wild.
Yeah, I don't know. Why did they get rid of it?
You flung around, you hit these...
It was kind of cheap, and
very.
Like plywood things.
I loved it.
As opposed to It's a Small World. That doesn't look cheap at all.
That's a waste of time.
But my 6-year-old, we got out, and she goes, that was boring.
Yeah.
Yes. No kidding.
Snooze fest.
Good for her.
Yeah, also, you wonder
But
about...
it is air conditioned.
You do wonder
got
about the groups of adults. There was this group of like 8 people in front of us, and I'm trying to think, do they have any kids with them?
It doesn't matter. It's air conditioned.
And they're riding the Small World thing, and really,
maybe they want to, kiss.
I've done that.
Yeah,
make out
just for the AC.
It's a good ride for handies.
I've ridden a lot of rides. I don't have kids. You've never gone to Disney without your children.
Oh, you
You've never gotten a handy in a small world. Is that what you're telling me?
That's correct. I have not. Could we move on?
Feels real good.
You're staring at that, what is it, Argentina? Oh, yeah.
I love that. That's where you try to complete.
That's right.
You yappy now?
It's kind of a
You've
contest.
soiled the memory of Disney World for me?
Well, it's better than doing all the teacups. That gets all over you.
Come on, David.
Slightly off. I don't like it.
It's a classic. Those guys all grew up watching that show.
That's fine.
Watch what we can get away with now. That's what they said.
We got to end the album.
What album was that on?
Diver Down.
Get it?
Which is one of the shortest albums released.
It was like 34 minutes.
We got to throw something out here, Ed.
Yeah.
Come on.
Got to fill it up.
They did Dancing in the Streets, and
so none of their own.
Yeah, just mailing it in at that point. Did you know that Dan Blocker passed away from normal gallbladder surgery? What do you think of that?
Really?
That's what it at the age.
God,
of,
I wish we'd known that 2 weeks.
I think he had an embolism during it.
Yeah, at the age of like 43. Yeah.
Yeah, he was young.
What do you think of that?
And of course, Dan Blocker was not in the Roy Rogers show.
Just
That
a
was
month.
Bonanza, you see. It was a different show.
A month. Just a month after the season 13 finale of Bonanza aired, he died.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Michael Landon is still held for questioning up to the day he died.
That's also false. Palate cleanser. Thank you very much.
Well, at least it's not the other one.
Yeah.
Hello, mother.
This one.
Hello, father.
Pat, you expecting do they allow any communication from camp? Do they have any kind of electronic? Do they have like an hour to do emails or
Emails
something?
at night, yeah.
Okay, then you'll be able to hear from him, see how he's doing.
Hopefully.
Emails at night.
Right now,
Come get me.
one thing that they have not developed yet at the Sleep Number bed is the Sleep Number camping bunk bed.
Oh, they haven't.
Maybe they can work on that. In the meantime, they've got great beds for you and for me. Chick McGee, your sleep number setting is what?
100. I like that firm mattress, Tom.
Once again, Christy Lee, in contrast.
45.
That's a much softer setting, but
Nice.
either of you could switch at any time. If Chick wanted that soft mattress, bzzzt, touch of a button, there it is. That's the beauty of the Sleep Number bed. Either side of the bed has its own setting. Everybody's happy with the Sleep Number bed, and we want you to choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number, and they're making it real easy right now because they've got their lowest prices of the season. It's the Queen 360 C2 Smart Bed, now just $899. That's a savings of $200. A Sleep Number store, where do you find it? Well, you find it by going to sleepnumber.com/BT show. Now, Sleep Number's got this great price right now on their most famous bed, the Queen 360. Get the details at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See sleepnumber.com for all the details. I know I love my Sleep Number bed. Coming up, we're going to finally tackle sports. Is that correct?
That's right. We got a new Stanley Cup champion. Did you hear?
Oh, yeah, a couple world records and other exciting stuff. And a massive brawl in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And a tribute to that.
Oh.
Coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's a gift you can give that they can open every day. Need something special for someone special, and you need it quick? How about giving them total access to the entire Bob and Tom library? We call it the Bob and Tom VIP membership. You can get one now. Find out about it at the link on top of our website, bobandtom.com. Reno Collier coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll take a look at history with Reno and find out what he's been up to over the weekend as we roll through this Monday with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley Cup after dethroning the two-time defending champion Tampa Bay Lightning. The Avalanche beat the Lightning 2-1 in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final behind a goal and assist from Nathan MacKinnon. Tampa Bay fell 2 victories short of becoming the NHL's first three-peat champion since the early 1980s. Colorado's core, led by McKinnon, Captain Gabriel Landeskog, Mikko Rantanen, and Cale Mark, got the job done after years of playoff disappointments. It's the franchise's third championship and the first since 2001. Rookie Nick Fortes hit a solo home run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Miami Marlins beat the New York Mets 3-2. The Philadelphia Phillies have placed reigning NL MVP Bryce Harper on the 10-day injured list with a broken left thumb. Former number 1 overall draft pick Mickey Moniak was recalled from AAA to take Harper's roster spot. Harper's thumb broken when he was hit by a 97-mile-per-hour pitch from San Diego Padres left-hander Blake Snell Saturday night. Harper will see a specialist after the team returns to Philadelphia. Beyond that, no timetable for his return. Saudi Arabia-backed Live Golf getting a chilly reception in Oregon, its first stop in the United States. This coming week, the controversial tour will descend on Pumpkin Ridge Golf Club in North Plains in the rolling hills west of Portland, Oregon. The mayor, as well as officials from surrounding cities, have written the owner of Pumpkin Ridge, voicing concerns about human rights abuses by the Saudis. That is the latest in sports. Just your headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
The Bob and Tom Show now presents the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas. Hello again, everybody. This is ex-attorney Jack Thomas. You know, I got a lot of mail here at the ex-law office, and today, let's open a letter. Well, this comes from young Davy Radonovich of Kokomo, Indiana. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davy, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davy, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's the voice of Chris Porter. I knew he'd weigh in with something important. Chris Porter, comedian. Now, do you get back to Kansas City often? Or are you?
I get back to Kansas City. I was back last April for a wedding. Okay. And for a bunch of weird experiences, I become friends with Justin Verlander. He's a pitcher for the Houston Astros.
Yeah.
At the time, he was pitching for the Tigers. They were in town playing the Royals, but they had a night off, so he and I went out and had a couple of drinks. And he said, no, watch this. He calls the waiter over. He goes, who's that chick? And he goes, well, I don't know who the chick is, but everyone at that table's Mumford & Sons. He sends them a bottle. They come over. Turns out it's not Mumford & Sons. It's just Ann Sons.
Oh.
Mumford wasn't there. I don't know where he was. I assume he was back at the hotel writing a song that at some point goes,
I actually have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
All right, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Editor's note, chick just came flying in from the hallway. You okay over there?
I'm good.
Okay.
Do not go in there.
All right.
Christy Lee at the news desk. Pat Godwin in the performance room.
You doing okay over there?
I'm about half.
All right.
There's Josh Arnold at the, but half of me is better.
What's that room called, Josh? The room that even the king goes in alone?
Yeah, that even the Kaiser goes in alone.
Even the Kaiser, okay.
Kaiser.
Speaking of the king, saw the Elvis movie over the weekend.
The king.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
There's Ace Cosby.
Do you wash your hands?
Sure he did. Come here.
And what, Vegemite? Because
Vegemite or
coming up,
that bean dip.
We do have. We do have.
Chick. Here's Tom.
We do have odors in the news coming up in two different ways. A really interesting study about friendship and body odor, and a story about a perfume or two designed for your food and for you.
Weird.
At the same time. I'm looking forward to both these stories, and I'm looking forward to... Oh, could you answer that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Well, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for and coming to you live from Shanghai, China.
Wow.
Ooh.
I'm sitting in for our Asian correspondent today. Holy moly. And this is some of the news. It took me a while to get there. Hey, it's a nearly Independence Day in the U.S. of A., which for like the 10th year in a row, is it? Will be falling on July 4th. Of course, a big part of the celebration is fireworks made right here in China. Now, back in the United States, you can find a fireworks store wherever you used to be able to find a Pier 1 store. The notable difference between the two is that Pier 1 stores feature merchandise from all over the world, while fireworks stores only feature merchandise made in dimly lit factories here in China.
Of course.
Now, as you might imagine, quality control is rather dicey at these firework factories, which is why the old Chinese proverb advises, light the fuse and then run like hell.
Oh, that old proverb.
That old proverb. You've heard people used to say that. Yeah. He said it once, I think. As public service, I want to make you aware of some dangerous fireworks you should avoid this year.
Okay.
Very helpful.
Nuclear cherry bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can recognize them because they come in a mushroom-shaped package.
Good to know.
Baby boomers. These are super loud fireworks that most Americans over 60 can't hear because they've been to so many loud rock concerts. Crotch rockets.
What are these? Crotch rockets?
Yeah. Crotch rockets.
Okay.
Not to be confused with motorcycles. These crotch rockets are bottle rockets that actually feature testicle-seeking technology.
Oh, my.
Designed to blow your nuts off.
These are fireworks
There
to
you
avoid.
go. We've all heard of Roman candles.
Right.
Typically, a paper-filled tube with composition that shoots flaming balls out of one end of the tube.
Right.
Good, innocent fun, but be careful of Roman Polanski candles. Oh, they're just like Roman candles, except they only shoot off around underage girls.
Oh, yeah.
Roman
Right on the teleprompter.
Okay.
And then there's Johnny Depp firecrackers.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, these firecrackers are known to have a short fuse and a tendency to explode easily. And not to be left behind, Amber Heard has her own firework called the Grunter. Be extra careful with these fireworks. They go off without warning and will destroy both your bed sheets and your life.
Oh, boy.
And finally, boom, boom, out go the lights. More than a party anthem, these are fireworks that explode with enough force to give you a concussion.
Wow.
Well, this is Dick Inswater. Coming to you live from Shanghai, China, sitting in for our Asian correspondent, Holy Moly. And this has been Some Other News.
What's the knocking?
I don't know what it was.
He hitting a pan with a spoon? What was going on? Hey, look, in other sports.
Oh.
Jiminy. Colorado Avalanche won the Stanley Cup.
Congrats to the Avs.
It's the Stanley Cup, Tom.
Oh. Stanley, give me that cup.
They dethroned the two-time defending champion Tampa Bay Lightning. The Avalanche beat the Lightning 2-1 in Game 6 of the Stanley. Behind a goal and an assist from Nathan McKinnon, Tampa Bay fell 2 victories short of becoming the NHL's first three-peat champion since the early 1980s.
Man, McKinnon was amazing the whole postseason.
And then also last night, in the picture portion of the evening, one of the Avalanche was holding the cup, and he skated over to dive into the picture, dropped the cup, and put a big dent in the side.
Oh, no.
Of the Stanley Cup. And I'd like to point out another thing that Josh has been long the champion of this, has said that NHL players are cooler than NFL players, and because I'm a big NFL fan, he's a big NHL fan. And in the locker room, the Colorado Avalanche locker room at the end of the game, they're all drinking champagne out of the Stanley Cup, and they're having beers. But there's not a ski goggle in sight. I say that's badass.
That's right.
These guys wearing ski goggles. My eyes are burning from the alcohol.
Well, this is for the champagne spray.
Yeah.
Putting goggles on. Yeah, that is Bush League. That's too much preparation.
That's sissified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And am I correct in saying, do they still do the thing where if you're on the winning Stanley Cup team, you get the cup for several days?
I think so.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, it rotates among the...
And apparently that cup has been at the bottom of swimming pools. It's been filled with any kind of liquid you can imagine.
Yeah, you probably you don't want to know all the stories, I would imagine.
Yeah, they probably have to scrub it and boil it. You can
or not. Maybe they don't.
My favorite part of the evening last night was there was this guy with white gloves on and a suit, really nice looking, and he was holding the Stanley Cup and he put it up on the platform. You know, had the white gloves on.
Yeah.
Very delicately, and then these guys,
exactly,
they're sweating all over it. They dent the side of it. They, goodness knows what they do in the top of the Stanley Cup, Tom.
Oh, like I said, all kinds of fluids.
I think the white gloves are also I also like to think that it's that guy had nothing to do with winning it, therefore he's not allowed to touch it.
Oh, is that right?
I don't. That's just my.
I think it's just give it a certain amount of class.
No, of course, of course.
Style.
But I also like that he's not actually touching it.
Yeah. Well,
I would never touch the cup, as much as I would want to.
Yeah, God knows what kind of spirochetes are.
No, it's because I didn't do anything to earn to touch the cup. Respect them. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Ole Miss defeated Oklahoma to win the Men's College World Series. Apparently, there was some controversy about an Oklahoma City runner being in the baseline and causing interference, and they took a runaway, but that will be debated for quite a while.
Little runaway.
But Ole Miss is your baseball world champions. And the Peacock Network has announced they will stream the July 3rd baseball game between the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers without announcers in the booth.
Really?
Oh, my gosh.
Instead, reporters, this might turn out to be very, very cool. Although baseball is of all the major sports, I think baseball is the most announcer focused because you really start to like your announcer because they talk so many, they have time to fill.
Yes.
And,
so why don't you just, if you don't want to listen to the announcers, turn down the volume.
You still want to hear the organ and the sounds.
I see. So they're going to, I see.
think
so you
that's
can't just
where,
mute it.
I think that's where they're missing. They should just put Sounds of the Ballpark on it, and you can choose to watch that. But apparently, reporters will take fans around Comerica Park and view the game from different vantage points. NBC Sports executive producer and soon-to-be manager at Wendy's says it's an opportunity to try something different.
Sure, who cares?
And bring the fan experience of being at the ballpark on TV.
If nobody watches, it's not going to hurt them. They're fine.
Anything to shake it up, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yep. And Saudi Arabia-backed Live Golf is getting a very chilly reception in Oregon. Its first stop in the United States. This coming week, the controversial tour will descend on Pumpkin Ridge Golf Club in North Plains in the rolling hills west of Portland. But
what is that music that's playing?
Was that you?
Was that your phone, Pat?
Yeah, it was me, yeah.
Jimmy ready to come home?
The alarm went off. I have a message from Camp Crosley. Come get me. I'll deal with this later.
And this just handed me the...
Wait a minute. What?
Huh?
What's the story you've just done?
They're getting a chilly reception. The mayor, as well as officials from surrounding cities, the Saudi Arabia Live Golf Tournament.
Well, you know why?
Shut up. But the mayor, as well as officials...
the head of that country club's body is going to be cut into pieces and removed in a suitcase in the Saudi tradition.
Oh, I see why you wanted to go back and talk about it now.
I think this tournament's fine. I say live and let live. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unless they want to kill a couple journalists.
Oh, yeah, they have been known to do that.
Yeah. Shouldn't Liv Tyler be there to throw out the first ball, if you will?
I think so. I'm also guessing that... they will not be doing anything with the WPGA or any of those players.
The LPGA?
Oh, sorry, LPGA. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse.
I think you and I had the same thought. Yeah, I thought.
Oh, you
never.
CPGA? What are you doing?
No. And next Sunday night at 7:30 on the Fox Broadcasting Network, Tom, it's the USFL Championship, the Philadelphia Stars and the Birmingham Stallions.
Are we having a party at your house?
We're up the next day. I'd say we'd party.
Yeah, come on.
Let's have a USFL party. Yeah.
Come on by.
We'll all bring our pennants from our favorite team.
Is the USFL still getting a good television rating?
I have not seen the ratings.
Good. When did it get good television ratings?
Weren't too bad.
When did that?
What are they, around 4 or 5 million, I think?
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
That it really isn't.
Saturday's game were entertaining.
Were they? You liked them?
Yeah.
Did any of your teams win? Who's your team?
Birmingham.
Interesting choice.
Interesting. Well, looks like your team's going to win the championship.
Did they beat Selma?
Oh, my Lord.
Man, oh, man. You know what? The sad part about all this is you don't even care if we're in trouble anymore.
Oh, and everybody lighten the F up.
Who are they versus next? The Board of Education.
I don't see on my handy betting app here if I can bet on the USFL. I don't even see the line.
Really?
So someone, as the kids say, hit me to that, and I'd be glad to say.
Who? The Birmingham who?
Stallions.
Stallions.
Of course. How could you not remember that?
The stallions roaming Birmingham. Who knew?
Yeah. Every time I've been to Birmingham, can't get a hotel room. There's a stallion in room 7.
Yeah, that's why they can't get hotel rooms. And the Philadelphia Stars. See that?
Okay, the Philly Stars.
Yeah, the Stars.
Christy, you asked the question when I was at Disney World, was Splash Mountain open? I don't think it was. I think they're doing it. And then I wanted to go to the Hall of Vice Presidents, but all the vice presidents were attending funerals. So, went to the Hall of
They have to do that a lot, don't they? Well, the big guy can't make it, so you go.
Do you worry about the fact that there are some people probably they go to Disney World and they go to the Hall of Presidents, and then they go to a Disney official and say, "Where's the Hall of Vice Presidents? Can we come see that now?"
Tom's been talking about it for 20 years.
Tom's been talking about.
He says it's great.
I really do enjoy that. I get such a
the
kick
vice
out
presidents.
I know, the Hall of Presidents. It's got the robots and everything. It's hilarious.
When was honestly, when was the last time you were in there?
Last time I was there at Disney World was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
And it's because certain presidents are announced and people clap
or boo. Yeah.
So they introduce all. What is it? 40.
Yeah, only a few of them get to speak,
but they introduce them all.
Yeah,
that's got to take a while.
No, they don't go through every president.
50? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Really?
40.
I feel like when I went there, they only showcased like 15,
46 or something. Like
Just a smattering.
Maybe what they should do is maybe do every other show for your particular political persuasion. Okay, we got the Democrat show coming up at 10:20, and they only.
All I remember is the reason I think they do introduce.
People are so divided.
All the presidents is I remember John Quincy Adams just putting his head, just kind of nodding when he was introduced.
Man,
And
we went once, I think, as a group, didn't we? On one of our trips down there.
I've been there one time,
and that's the only time I've ever been in that place.
They're great. They're presidential robots. What more do you want?
I know. I don't hate it,
I'm
but
at Disney to have fun.
if I have to skip something, that would be it.
Well, Christy, the point is you wouldn't have the Hall of Presidents in a commie place like Russia. No. No. You wouldn't have the fun rides outside. All you'd have would be just, we now get to ride the tribute to Nikita Khrushchev ride. You get to take one shoe off and beat it in the thing and say, "We will bury you."
One shoe off.
United States of America, Disney World, celebrating fun.
Yeah.
Take a few minutes to honor your country. By the way, what's your philosophy on getting in a cab and having the guy immediately start talking politics?
I usually just go, you know what? I don't pay attention to any of that, so I can't. I just do that.
I don't think the cab driver or Uber driver should say a word.
I took an Uber this weekend. Guy never said anything except for I said good evening. He said good evening, and that was it.
There might be a setting on the Uber that
there is.
Keep your mouth.
No, I'm perfectly happy to chat. You know me, but
that's a bold move.
But yeah, the first thing out of him is something super political, especially over this weekend. It's like, hey, look,
I'm at Disney.
I got Disney with two little kids. I've been standing in hot lines for 3 hours. All I want to do is get rid of this erection and get to the airport.
That's exactly right.
Oh, you must have run into Ariel on the way out.
Back at Small World.
They knew what they were doing.
Hey, you have a song for us, Pat?
Yeah.
When we come back? Okay, good. Coming up in the news, a really interesting story about body odor. Remember the story we had a few years ago where they took the... there was it was, Christy, you remember this. It was a service, a dating service, and they would send you a T-shirt, and you would wear it for a few days, and then they'd cut a piece of it out, and they would... by smell, pick your date.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's a story that kind of scientifically it's of a similar sort of ilk.
All right.
I guess if that's the phrase I'm looking for.
Pheromone involved?
Yeah, it's about your friends and BO coming up. And then also, would you like to have perfume that smelled like food? We're going to find out.
While you're staring at me.
World record coming up.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
And I'm not stupid. I know there's more to life than just sex. It's just none of those other things feel as good as sex. I mean, I love cookies.
Oh, yeah.
But if I do not have access to cookies, I will not rent a movie and watch two other people eat cookies.
Perfect stranger. Eating cookies. No.
Nothing.
No.
How do you not think about sex? Everything on TV, sex, all the commercials, very beautiful women in all the commercials now. Doesn't even matter what the product is. It's just very sexual. And then you finally have sex, and it's kind of disappointing. Where's my Sprite, my new car? That's why I think women should have shelves next to their bed filled with prizes, depending on how well you did. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea.
Like they do at the carnival.
Sure.
They have something to shoot for,
Are you going to take anything on that?
Right. I'm going to go for the Van Halen mirror tonight.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, we always love to hear from you, the Bob and Tom listener. If you'd want to let us know a request of a comedian you'd like to hear, maybe a bit from the show that you like or want to share with friends or coworkers. Maybe you just want a junior windbag Tom for something he's gotten wrong. It's just so easy. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Let us know what you're thinking, what you want to hear. We'll see if we can't get it on for you. It's what we do. We like to be full service around here. All your emails are read. They're all processed. Some are deleted. Some never to be seen again. But many go on to be printed out, put in front of Tom, and 2 weeks later, he reads it on the air. I'm just kidding. Sometimes it's immediate. Sometimes it's as soon as instant. An instant request. Could we get one of those today? I doubt it. But we could. You can try. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Alan Parsons is resting at home after urgent spinal surgery. His daughter, Tabitha, says the surgery was a success but did not give more details. Parsons, 73, announced earlier this month he was canceling a tour of Europe because his spinal issues were affecting his mobility. He plans to return to performing in the fall. The new film Elvis was in a virtual tie with Top Gun Maverick for ticket sales over the weekend. Each brought in an estimated $30.5 million. However, final numbers will come out today, and one of the two films likely will pull ahead. About 60% of the audience for Elvis, as you can imagine, was over the age of 35. Hey, and you can now spend the night in Dolly Parton's tour bus. According to the Knoxville News Sentinel, Dollywood Dream Home Resort and Spa in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, is taking reservations for patrons to stay in the 45-foot bus Parton used from 2008 until earlier this year. The bedroom is decorated in pink and purple and has a TV. She also put in a full-size refrigerator, tore out 6 bunk beds for her closet, and, of course, has space for her wigs. It also has 2 separate toilets and a bathtub. Want to stay? It's going to cost you a little bit. $10,000 for 2 nights. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Dollywood Foundation and Parton's Imagination Library. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Dean, I am so hungry.
Oh, you want to go get some breakfast, Tom?
I guess. Is there a place we can go that has flat-chested waitresses and really baggy clothing?
I don't think so.
Think again, Dean.
Guys, if you've been longing to have breakfast surrounded by flat-chested women in baggy clothing, then you'll want to visit the all-new breakfast restaurant, Pancake Hooters. At Pancake Hooters, you won't be bothered by waitresses who accidentally dip their large bosoms into your maple syrup or who break the yolk of your egg while bending over the table to pour your coffee. Pancake Hooters only hires women with prepubescent builds, so you won't be distracted by massive memories while trying to finish off your breakfast in time to get to work.
Wow, what a great breakfast.
breakfast. Sure was, Tom. And I was able to eat my waffle while it was still warm because I wasn't busy staring at gargantuan tatas.
And you didn't slobber in your coffee either. And guys, if you're in a real hurry, be sure and take advantage of our flat as a smorgasbord breakfast buffet. Why not try Pancake Hooters today? You'll see why our hardline policy with our waitress staff is, it's either 32A or the highway. Pancake Hooters.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Diana Jordan is here with us. Now, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Since you've been here last, have you had any augmentation of any kind?
No.
Okay. Must be.
I'm wearing the Wonder Bra.
Is that, are you kidding?
No. I just showed it.
Impressive.
Yeah. They call it the Wonder Bra because when you take it off, the guy wonders where in the hell you're.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
The Dead.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Yep, there's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
At the sidekick chair, there's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone, and also keeping us up to date on everything USFL.
Yes, thank you, Ace.
Willie Griswold is on assignment.
Who the hell is he?
Chick McGee.
Man, he killed it so hard Saturday in Jonesboro, Arkansas that he...
Oscar's here.
Well, he didn't do as well. He didn't celebrate as No, I heard Oscar murdered also.
Christy, you know what happens? Willie called his dad about 2 o'clock. I'm a sleepy Doug. Can you help a sleepy Doug? And Tom goes, well, yes, honey.
He had a doctor's appointment.
Take another.
Oh, okay. Everything okay?
Yeah, you can't.
Is he pregnant?
These that's of course what it is. These days, you when you can get one, you take it, no matter what time it is. Sure. We have Christy Lee at the news desk, and it's time to. Oh, I'm sorry, we haven't finished sports yet.
What's the first 2 words on this page?
Blind skater.
That's right. And that's why I said earlier, we'll have a blind skater world record. A skateboarder.
Well, had you read the actual article?
Is that a way to trap me? Is that what you're trying to do?
Do they call skaters?
Your term, your idea of show prep. Just read the headline. Maybe
peruse so far.
Peruse the article, and you'll.
Do they call skateboarders skaters?
Sure.
Skater boy. Isn't that Skater Boy?
Yeah.
Skater Boy, Skater Boy.
Remember the famous movie Skater Dater?
Nope. Skater Dater?
Skater
Yeah.
Dater?
No.
I don't think that's a thing.
That's not a
First off,
thing.
it may be a thing, but it's not famous. That's
No.
for sure.
Yeah, I actually think Dennis Miller may have referenced it early on in his career.
Skater
have no
Dater.
doubt.
It's one word. It
It's a
came out in
short?
1965.
It was a short. Yeah.
17 minutes?
Yeah, it's a short.
How do you know that?
Oh,
This
my
had to have been,
God.
but this had to have been one of the first skateboarding movies ever.
I guarantee you don't know Christie's name of her kids, but you know about Skater Dater in 1965.
Wow.
Jeez,
Certain things stick.
It was an Oscar nominee.
Oh, my gosh.
Won the Palme d'Or for the short film.
Now, I'm sorry. The point is, this guy is blind, but he's a skateboarder.
A blind skateboarder in Japan has broken 2 skateboarding world records, according to Guinness. Mr. Ryusuke Ouchi. Okay. First earned the record title for the most skateboard ollies in 1 minute blindfolded, total of 33. I don't know what an ollie is.
Ollie oop oop.
It's where you
Oop oop.
let's see how do I describe it. You take your one foot and put it in back of the wheels, and you kind of jump. You go up off.
Oh, okay. Yes. You've definitely seen that
You've
move,
seen
chick.
it. It's a move of skateboarders do.
Perfectly explained. And he also tackled the record for the most consecutive skateboard ollies blindfolded with 142.
Ollie?
However, he does suffer from retinitis pigmentosa and has lost 95% of his vision.
So blindfolding is kind of just
redundant?
Yeah.
Guinness said, well...
Why are we doing this?
Well, look, I think this is a story of adversity.
Well, yeah,
overcoming
but...
it.
He puts the blindfold. There's a separate category of records while blindfolded.
Okay.
Even though he's blind, this is why this is kind of funny. You think, hey, look,
You can still see 5%.
Yeah. Ray Charles never went on a game show where you had, okay, we're going to blindfold you now, Ray. Already there. Redundant. Not necessary. Have you seen the video?
No.
Isn't there a massive conspiracy theory out there? There's a group of people that genuinely believe Stevie Wonder was faking it the whole time.
Yeah, there's something about him driving or something.
Right. Like there's apparently they have.
So wait a minute. So this is the first time you're realizing that there are idiots who believe everything they read in the internet? That's half of this country.
Like they have some very compelling evidence that he could actually see.
This is really cool, though, this guy doing the ollies and the skateboard. I feel kind of bad for the dog. It looks like he chokes a couple times.
The dog!
That nugget.
There we go. So now we're making fun of him.
Jim.
A lot of jokes.
He's not wearing a helmet. I'm surprised the Guinness people accepted the record.
He's not?
I'm serious. He's not wearing a helmet. I would think you'd have to get the record, but...
Is it a law you have to wear a helmet to skateboard?
No, but I think Guinness tries to do whatever they can to make some of these records more safe. And
Gotcha.
There are certain things they will not allow you to do anymore because they're so dangerous. Most arms cut off while juggling live. Engaged chainsaws while standing in a pool of kerosene.
Oh, here's a picture of this blind skateboarder. Oh, he's facing the wrong way.
Harder that way, too. Yeah.
He's not going to be.
Pat, you ready for a song?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Is that it? For
sports? That's sports.
You're not going to do the other world record that we have?
This isn't a world record.
I don't have
it. Okay.
I have it.
Okay.
It just says world's largest. It doesn't say world record.
Oh.
Okay, well then.
Do you want me to do it now?
Sure.
Scientists have discovered the world's largest bacterium in a Caribbean mangrove swamp.
Just walking on the beach.
Taking the...
How you doing?
It's on vacation.
What kind of some scientists here say, listen, we're going to be going to the Caribbean for this next expedition. Cool. And this is going to be great. Are we going to look for sharks or manta rays?
No.
No, we're going to be in mangrove swamps. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Aren't they full of alligators and stuff?
Oliver Gross at the University of the French West Indies found the first example of the bacterium clinging to sunken mangrove leaves in the archipelago of Guadalupe in 2009.
It's a string of islands.
While most bacteria are microscopic, this one is about the size of a human eyelash.
My gosh, you can see it.
And he actually found it.
Yeah.
What was he looking for?
His contact.
It's been named Theomargarita magnifica, or magnificent sulfur pearl.
How about that?
Yeah.
So this is because, bacteria, obviously.
Usually are microscopic, exactly.
This guy's a bruiser.
Yeah, sure is.
Gigantic.
Beat up a sperm.
Oh, man.
Wow.
He's a bully.
Take down that monkeypox. I'll tell you what. What's in a mangrove swamp?
I have no idea.
Lots. They have a lot of mangrove swamps in Florida.
Mangrove.
Yeah, they have mangroves and they have
What is a mangrove?
fish.
A plant?
A lot of fish, yes.
Well, let's say
some sort of fruit.
I don't know.
It's where men frolic.
It's a fish.
Well, after my
it's a plant.
After my Saturday at Disney World, I'm guessing that my underwear smelled like a mangrove swamp. Standing in line for 3 hours.
Alligators. There are a lot of mangrove swamps in the Everglades.
It's a horned, winged creature.
The mangrove?
The mangrove. It's poison. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this says the giant bacteria actually found shortly after Madonna returned from her Caribbean vacation.
That would make sense. Sure.
She enjoys sexuality.
Truckload of Bactine couldn't kill that thing.
One more sports story coming up.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Want to give us a hint?
Nope.
Oh,
Pizza delivery at the ballpark there. And you're going to go, what's the problem? What kind of pizza was it?
What is Jay Leno?
Like you sound. Hey, did you read this? Did you see this?
Okay.
Did you read this?
Coming up, we have a naked woman from the waist down at the side of the road.
Oh.
Apparently not clear on how flashing is supposed to work.
Well, she went, hey, let's quit kidding around here. Let's get serious.
Josh, do you know what tahini is?
I do, yeah.
Do you know what tahini is, Chris? I bet you.
Yeah, tahini's what they make.
Chick?
No, I don't know what a tahini is.
I didn't either.
You're a fan. I know that.
You are a fan.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Once I read what it was, I've never heard it called tahini.
Okay.
But we got tahini Tahini news.
Those are large news, right?
Teeny weeny.
Yellow polka dot tahini.
Teeny weeny yellow
good idea.
tahini.
Yeah, when we come back, we've got tahini in the news. And something called the vampire facial.
Oh, gosh, those were really popular a couple of years ago.
Yeah, now, this is not a pornographic movie featuring Bela Lugosi.
I want you to suck.
Take that, bitch.
Oh, my
God.
Take that, bitch.
When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide. And get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Hey, don't forget about Bob and Tom Show's podcasts. They're waiting for you, available. They're free. The Bits and Pieces podcast to dive into the Bob and Tom archives. That Josh Arnold podcast, Josh discussing fun topics. You could learn something. And the Bob and Tom Show Extra podcast every weekday afternoon around 3 p.m. Eastern. That drops, and you can get it for free at bobandtom.com/podcasts. And we hope you enjoy those. And thank you so much for listening. It's a Monday morning, June 27th on the way. Reno Collier. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Monday morning. The Japanese government has warned of possible power shortages in the Tokyo region, asking people to conserve energy as the country endures an unusually intense heat wave. Weather officials announced the earliest end of the annual summer rainy season in decades. The rains usually temper summer heat well into July. The Economy and Industry Ministry urged people living in the region serviced by the Tokyo Electric Power Company to conserve power in the afternoon, especially demand peaks between 4 and 5 p.m. The power supply is relatively tight after Japan idled most of its nuclear reactors after the 2011 meltdowns in Fukushima. It also has been closing down old coal plants to meet promises for reducing carbon emissions. More than 4 months after she was arrested at a Moscow airport for cannabis possession, American basketball player Brittany Griner is set to appear in court today for a preliminary hearing ahead of her trial. The Phoenix Mercury star, considered in some polls to be the United States' most gifted female athlete, could face 10 years in prison if convicted on charges of transportation of drugs. Fewer than 1% of defendants in Russian criminal cases are acquitted, and unlike in the U.S., acquittals can be overturned. The trial date has not been announced, but is expected soon. Griner recently ordered to remain in pretrial detention through July 2nd. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The ages of consent differ in various states.
I thought it was 18 ever.
You thought wrong.
18 is the age of consent. Your parents can sign you away at 16. Ask Steven Tyler. He knows.
Ask Warren Jeffs. He knows.
Oh! Read about Elvis Presley.
Whole different ballgame.
Yeah, no joke.
Wasn't Priscilla like 14?
Yeah.
That's why he moved to Germany.
Pat, what would you call Elvis Presley if you were Colonel Tom Parker and you found out he was going to date a 14-year-old?
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
You know, when Esther and I had a big family, we hardly had any time for ourselves, you know. If I could ever just get through the newspaper one time without the kids interrupting, it was a miracle. They always wanted to go somewhere and do something. Well, of course, they're all grown up now, and Esther's dead. I just wish they'd call, just every now and then, just pick up the phone and say, "Hi, Granddad. How are you?" And, well, they never call anymore. In fact, they never come by. I just like to see my little daughter, Lucy. Sometimes she just brings the kids over. And Tommy, my son, he never comes over. Heck, I'm just sitting here all alone, waiting for the phone to ring. The mail never comes. I never get any mail. Nobody ever calls me. It's just a terrible thing. That's the way it is, I guess. I'll just keep watching these old soap operas and hope that things get better.
The telephone. When it rings, answer it.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, internet porn.
Oh.
Well, there's
photography. You know, people don't go, photography. People don't go to porn shops anymore.
No?
You know, because of the internet.
Oh, that's true.
But I think you missed out on the social aspect.
Is there a social aspect to that?
Yeah, well, you avoid eye contact. Try to hide your titles. Tranny. Oh, no, I was working on my car. The other day, though, I was watching gay porn.
Uh-oh.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I was watching pro wrestling.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
5.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hi.
Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone.
Hey, man.
Willie on assignment. I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom. I got a couple things for you.
I'm fresh from Disney World.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able to enjoy yourself.
The best thing, we went to the so-called character breakfast.
Yes.
Oh, how nice.
Always fun.
You know who came?
Who?
Goofy came out, and so did Mickey and Minnie. The girls went berserk.
Oh, you got your A-list there.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
It was the best. So, that
Was Goofy the only one that came?
Don't ruin it. Don't get on full.
You're the one that started with an erection in the cab.
Whoops. You know what Goofy sounds like when that happens?
That's exactly right.
I enjoyed, of course, the Hall of Presidents. It's so accurate when they introduce each president. Most of them just nod. The Clinton robot actually leaned over and winked at some hot chick in a kind of a low.
Oh, Bill, you rascal!
You know, some heavy naturals on a low-slung, sweaty top.
Sure. Yeah, he likes the ladies.
Oh yeah. And, Nixon tried to defend himself. And people really do. I love it. It's so funny. People boo at certain presidents. They applaud for Kennedy. Like, okay, look.
Earlier, we were talking about Pat Godwin sent his son off to camp the first time, and we were talking how wonderful camp is.
Yeah, I loved camp. You learn a lot of lessons about life at camp.
So we wanted your stories out there about your sending your kids to camp, or maybe your own personal story of being to camp. Hello, morning morons in Christie.
Hello.
I sent my kid to camp in 1987. I wish I could tell you how it went for him. I'm sure he's having a great time, as he has not yet returned.
That's boy.
Now, Christy, you said you went to camp, what is it, Formosa, Ranchero, whatever?
Rancho Formosa.
Dear Bob and Tom show. I also went to Rancho Formosa, which stands for what, Chick?
Cheese Ranch.
About 40 kids were gathered in a field at dusk for a special activity. One of the guys sat in a bee's nest.
Oh, all right.
Screaming in pain.
Yeah.
We all ran for our lives. The kid got stung 50 times. Thank you, Mark.
Yikes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did all your neighbor kids, friends, all go to camp as well?
When, growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, to a bunch of different camps, yeah.
Yeah, because that is very much a cultural thing, I think.
Very much so.
Very much so.
You really? I don't know.
Yes.
No, but you growing up where you grew up, it would seem like a very normal thing for
yes.
you. Not for me, not for Christy.
Yeah, not really for me either.
No, none of us. It
was. You went to like Bible camp?
Yeah. But how long was it?
A week.
The Bible? Well, it's not as long as Ayn Rand, The Fountainhead, or Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah.
You know, when you can write a book longer than the Bible, that takes balls.
I want to say 5 days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I would go, it was 3.
On the 7th day,
over
you
a
rest.
weekend.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I mean, there were different types of. It was Boy Scout camp. There were camps that had religious affiliations.
That's where I was leading up to. That's where I was going with this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a very big thing among that community to send their children to camp all summer.
That's great.
Well,
I mean, you know.
Hence the popularity of that Alan Sherman song.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, I've been told that without the beard, I could play Alan Sherman in a biopic.
Oh, yeah.
You could. It's true.
With the glasses and the chubby...
a lit cigarette. Yeah.
First of all, you're not chubby. You're very handsome.
Well, thank you, but I am chubby.
No.
I can be handsome and chubby.
Sure.
No, that's impossible.
What?
You're not chubby. You're perfect. Just the
well,
way you are.
you're very sweet, but...
No. Put your pants back on.
Hello, mother.
Oh, come on.
Hello, father. Here I am at...
I'm going to rhyme
Camp Granada.
Granada and Fada.
Pronounce it like
it's
that.
funny.
Speaking of pants.
That was a huge hit, by the way.
Yeah.
You say so.
No, that was a charted hit.
Who charted?
Number 1. He's looking at me like, huh? There's your argument.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with that?
Right.
We just talked.
How about that now?
We were talking the other day about the early days when we were both radio babies. The Casey Kasem Countdown would actually arrive at the radio station in
an unmarked van.
In a record, on a record, didn't it?
Yeah, there would be record albums, and then you would play them, and there would be, that had the commercials and everything right in them.
Right, and then every now and then you would be, I don't know, drunk from the night before.
Yes.
You'd replay the first hour after the second hour played.
Oh, boy.
And then
Phones
you'd
would
realize it about halfway through, going, I think we already did 41. What the hell?
But didn't you like the count? I love the countdown.
I loved it, too.
I like the countdown.
I sure did.
I like the countdown. I don't know why he stopped doing it.
He died, Chick.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Is he in the ground yet? Wasn't there a whole thing where his frozen body was just being shipped here and there?
His wife and his kids were fighting over it. And
Wasn't his body in Norway or something?
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah. It was. It was something real weird.
Keep your feet in the ground and your body in a sack. Okay.
Buried
your eyes in the rainbow and your ass in a sling. Whatever.
I like that. Your ass in a sling. We were also talking about Stevie Wonder being blind or not.
Right.
Let's see. Dear Bob and Tom, you look it up. Stevie Wonder can see. These people are called Stevie Wonder truthers.
Okay.
This is absolutely a fact.
Yeah.
Dear Bob and Tom, if you YouTube Shaq on the NBA Countdown, he tells the story of when he lived in the same building as Stevie. And Shaq said he was coming to the studio one day, and Stevie drove by him in the underground parking garage and shouted out the window, "Hey, Diesel," and drove right by me. That's what Shaq said.
So not only is he driving, he recognized, well, I guess you could recognize Shaq if you were half-blind.
Sure.
But, man.
Why do people waste their time with these conspiracy theories?
What do you mean? And then evidently there's some sort of video online, and I've watched it, and I don't see it, but Stevie knowing where a mic a microphone is before it reaches his mouth, or he can grab it with his hand.
I mean, he's been blind for decades. Of course he knows
that.
Yeah.
It's
Might be by the
supposed to
piano.
I believe it's labeled. I believe it's labeled proof positive. Stevie can see.
Okay, great. Okay, perfect.
All right, well.
You have to have a
Well,
conspiracy
he could
theory.
just go one of these days, come out on stage and go, ta-da!
Gotcha.
If you're going to be a conspiracy moron, at least pick a conspiracy that has meaning. It would be utterly meaningless if Stevie Wonder had been faking all these years. This is like an Andy Kaufman stunt.
I'm sure he's gotten special treatment because of it.
Sure he has.
It's not fair.
Oh, poor Stevie. He's a prodigy.
Stevie Wonder is a genius.
He is a genius.
And he is
He is a genius and
sadly
he's blind.
And
Yes.
why if you believe this, go to a psychiatrist or jump off a building now. You are an utterly worthless human being.
So you're doubting the word of Shaq. Huh.
Yeah.
Shaq said, hey, Diesel.
What does Shaq get out of lying about this?
Yeah. Why would he lie?
Yeah, just makes him look like a fool.
Because he's talking to morons and he wants to. Yeah, I saw Steve. Yeah, you're right, buddy. Stevie can see. I saw him. He was driving a car and he said, "Hey, Diesel." Shaq he's humoring idiots. You think he wants to get into conversation with this guy? Oh, wait a second. What other conspiracies do you have? I know. Lee Harvey Oswald was actually a woman, right? I've read the book.
Well, that is very compelling story
course,
there.
yeah.
Let's see what happened. Was.
Leona Oswald.
That's right. Yeah,
Jennifer Lee Harvey Oswald.
You just
yes, Lee's kids are not part of the Tripartite Commission. You didn't know that?
Lee's kids.
They're out there.
And this happened yesterday. It was quite the day for a baseball player named Jesse Winker, the Mariners outfielder, ejected for sparking a benches clearing fracas on Saturday after Angels pitcher Andrew Watts hit him in the ass with a 91-mile-per-hour fastball. The Angels and the Mariners have been trading pitches thrown at heads all weekend.
As you would say, these two teams
just don't like each other, yeah. Winker charged the Angels' dugout several minutes long. About 13 minutes the skirmish took place. However, for all his trouble, a Mariners fan watching the game decided to send Winker a pizza. She contacted him. She contacted him on Twitter. I just ordered a pizza for Jesse Winker from Mountain Mike's Pizza in Anaheim. You deserve it, big guy. And it was a pepperoni pizza. And then the delivery driver got orders to drop the pizza off, pepperoni pizza, Tom, just pepperoni and cheese, at the visiting team's clubhouse at Angel Stadium, specifically for Winker. You know his name's Winker. So evidently, the driver made his way inside the parking gates and got Winker the pizza.
Wow.
And they had verification from Twitter. Jesse Winker tweeted this girl named Sophie back, "Hey, Sophie, I got the pizza. Thank you very much. I appreciate it."
Interesting thing there, the delivery driver, Stevie Wonder. Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Jesse Winker.
Could be worse. Could be Winker.
Yeah, that would be worse.
Coming up, we have a tribute to fighting at the ballpark as we celebrate the anniversary of the
Big Brawl.
Remember the guy that and his son that attacked the Kansas City Royals first base coach?
Yes.
Boy, we have a tribute to that coming up. Okay. It's one of my favorite moments. Right now, speaking of favorite moments, we get lots of great emails, and this stack of mail here, at random, I will grab this one. This is from Vicky. I have medication I take daily. It cost me $75 for a 90-day supply. I hear all the time on the Bob and Tom show about GoodRx. I thought I'd give it a try. My 90-day supply now costs me $10. All caps, thank you for turning me on to GoodRx. That's what all these letters are about. It works. It's real. GoodRx is an app, and it's free. Christy, tell me more.
You know, Tom, they say laughter is the best medicine. But when it comes to our actual prescription medication, there's nothing funny about overpaying. So check out GoodRx. GoodRx can help. They compare prescription prices at local pharmacies and save you up to 80%. Comparing prices is really important. A lot of you may not realize prescription prices can vary from one pharmacy to the next. But with GoodRx, you'll have the information you need to help you find the lowest price. In fact, GoodRx has saved consumers $40 billion to date, and they can help you save money too. So for simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check out GoodRx. Go to goodrx.com/Tom. That's goodrx.com/Tom.
GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used in place of insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid. In 2021, GoodRx users saved up to 80% on retail prescription prices.
Coming up, Donnie
More
Baker.
proof positive that Stevie Wonder can see. Coming up.
Yeah, coming up, we'll hear from Donnie Baker. Coming up, comedian Reno Collier, and a little tribute to a man and his son attacking someone in a baseball park. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget about Bob and Tom Tonight, a video webcast of highlights of today's show tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Just check out Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Our Facebook page is on, again, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We call it Bob and Tom Tonight. You're going to enjoy it. Check it out, won't you? Check out bobandtom.com for more details as we roll through this Monday together right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Tens of thousands of suburban swing voters who helped fuel the Democratic Party's gain of recent years suddenly becoming Republicans. Overall, more than 1 million voters across 43 states has switched to the Republican Party. They include former Democrats, those previously unaffiliated with either major party. This phenomenon playing out in the months since President Joe Biden replaced former President Donald Trump. Hey, Juul's back in the game. That's right. An appeals court has blocked a federal government ban on the sale of Juul products. That stalls last week's move by the Food and Drug Administration, ordering Juul to shut down sales. The company filed an emergency motion Friday to delay the ban, pending its appeal. And police say they found more than 110 dangerous snakes being kept on a farm after a woman living there sought treatment for a bite. The 35-year-old woman drove herself to the hospital near Berlin, Germany, and told doctors a rattlesnake had nipped her. Doctors sought an antidote, and police visited the farm where they found dozens of snakes. The collection included constrictors and poisonous varieties, and they were not in suitable terrariums. By the way, all of the snakes were impounded. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach. So I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And like, look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks. I needed that.
When you use Mr. Béchon, she won't be able to keep her hands off of you. And neither will you.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific answer.
Mr. Béchon, why not jerk a bottle off your department store shelf today? Mr. Béchon, it's not a sin anymore.
Good Morning Sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
You can't get a regular cheeseburger in L.A. Like, if you get a cheeseburger at a restaurant in L.A., it's always a burger that was happily raised by the owner's barber, Jeff, spelled Geof.
Of course, yeah.
I just want a cheeseburger. I want a burger made from a cow that was born and raised to be a burger. All right? I don't want a burger with dreams or hope. I want a burger that knew the deal. And I want a cheese that is 40% plastic. All right? I want a cheese that when I poop it out, I poop out a keychain.
And the announcer for the Super Friends, dead on, too, by the way. I don't know who that guy was.
Yeah, he was the guy who was after Ted Knight. Ted Knight did the original ones.
Right.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Jackie and Sarah and Monroe, get ready. Aquaman, I want you on the golf course in 5 minutes. Chop, chop.
Hey, Superman, you're going to free bowl of soup with that hat or what? Talk to the judge.
Pizza Hut, apparently, is going to start delivering cold beer along with their food.
No kidding.
They started the testing beer delivery program in Phoenix, Arizona.
And it passed with flying colors.
Yeah, everyone took it. Yeah. So how do you prove that you're of legal age?
The company told Fortune magazine it plans to expand that.
I'd like a large pizza, please.
And 40 beers.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else?
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
With the lucky medallion on display today.
Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, ladies.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Put that back.
Are you up this morning on the socials yet, Pat?
Check the traps. Looking good today.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. There's Josh Arnold. He's the sidekick chair.
Chicky.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
You got a dumb letter from some conspiracy theory guy that
not
thinks
dumb at all.
That, Stevie Wonder can see.
Darn right he can.
Dear Tom,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. These conspiracy theories are ridiculous. I love your show. I listen every morning. You guys rock. Signed, Marley Matlin.
Well, now, wait a minute. I mean, a blind person can type, you know.
Well, she's deaf.
She's deaf.
So
she doesn't listen to the show.
I thought she was deaf, too.
Oh.
No.
Oh, she's blind? Both deaf and blind?
No, she's just deaf.
That's the joke, you see. Never mind.
Oh, that would explain why you're laughing.
No, just the utter inappropriateness of it. No, my point is if you're really hooked up, if you spend a lot of your time thinking about whether or not Mr. Stevie Wonder, musical genius, is blind or not, you're an idiot. Just enjoy the music and get a life.
I think it's important
you are
to find
a
out.
moron.
We need to find out.
Quit name calling. It's
No,
not
I know.
nice.
That's the problem with our society. There's not enough name calling.
The world deserves the truth.
Surrounded by morons, and no one will admit that they.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
So what I mean?
Donnie.
Hey, Christy, I heard you seen the new Elvis movie.
I did.
What'd you think of it?
I liked it.
I did too, although, you know, Elvis had that thing with his upper lip.
Yeah.
You know, that snarl. And Austin Butler can do it with both lips. So between that and the dance moves, at times it looked like Napoleon Dynamite was on stage again. But Tom Hanks was terrible. You could tell that whole fat suit was fake, waddling around like an antique Teletubby. But other than that, it was good. Man, I'm just out of energy, though.
Why?
Well, probably because of that whole summer soul fest we had last week.
Oh, the summer solstice?
Whatever it is, I know it's downhill from here if you do the math, because days are going to get shorter.
Right.
Leaves will be changing. And then I have to go turkey hunting with my Uncle Sonny with a Y. And then deer hunting with my Uncle Sonny with an I.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't like hunting?
Well, I just ain't good at it, Tom.
Oh.
I mean, now, hogging is different. You give me a basket of fried pickles, extra ranch, the last call, I'll come back 3 bags full and probably put a baby in her.
Oh.
But regular hunting, they've tried to teach me, but I just ain't in my blood. My Uncle Sonny always told me, take the gun in my hand, close one eye, and squeeze. But that don't work. I tried giving that same advice to Rhonda Jenkins in the backseat of her car after small engine repair class. But apparently it was that time of the month, so even she had a 7-day waiting period. Pretty good. And the last I heard, she plays for the other side now.
Oh, really?
Anyways, the thing I hate most about hunting is waiting for the stupid animals to walk by and take the bait. You know, and sitting in a deer blind's the worst because you can't escape your uncle's nonstop jerky farts. Plus, you can't laugh because you'll spook the deers. It's like sitting in church and swatting them gnats that hover around wet dog peaters in a bright orange vest. It's the same reason I like to fish. You sit on a muddy bank with a styrofoam carton of Waltz crawlers. Meanwhile, the only thing biting is a swarm of mosquitoes around your ankles. Treating my legs like a mobile blood bank. And the main thing I want to get about fishing is catch and release. What's its purpose? Is it to make sure the fish learn a lesson so they don't get caught again? Because it didn't work for my idiot cousin Lonnie and him stealing catalytic converters. I swear to God, he got caught and released, then caught again, and now he's in county lockup till next Easter. So why would it work for fish? That reminds me, I'm going to renew my fishing license this week.
Oh, good.
Nothing worse than getting a $150 fine for accidentally catching a $3 carp.
Yeah.
Good point, Donnie.
Or probably 5 now with inflation.
Sure.
Hell, I bet you by September, even Walt's crawlers will be market price. I gotta go.
Thank you. It's very, very, very helpful.
Very helpful. I did not realize until after I saw the Elvis film that Austin Butler does his own singing. It's pretty impressive. Very impressive, actually.
Well, now, I won't believe that till Tom goes because he can spot a lip syncer from a mile
I'll
away.
tell you what. Tom will not sit still for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
No, there's
no way.
Even for the king?
I don't think you... do you think you could do it?
I'll try.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
No
kidding.
Huh. Is there a popcorn break or anything in the middle of it?
No.
Okay.
2:40.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
2:40.
long. Okay, well,
Is there a lot of music or are there plots?
No, there's a lot of music. Uh-huh.
Are they on the Ferris wheel a lot? That's what
They
I saw.
are on a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, they're on a Ferris wheel
Just
a lot.
once. There's just one time.
That's all I see on the previews.
Yeah, they're on a
Do you
Ferris
see his
wheel.
wiener at all?
No, you don't
Elvis?
see his wiener.
Could we move on?
Well, I think it's important for people to know.
No, but in the trailer for Thor, now that's something I won't miss. They take Thor's clothes off.
A Thor wiener?
No, the Thor butt. You get
What's
to
that
see
like?
His butt with Thor's. Tom?
You get to see a naked Thor.
Wow. A Thor butt.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's in the butt. It's time now to check out Christy Lee at the news desk. What's happening over there?
Well, if you're looking to make friends, you should trust your nose. New
Just
research
always knows.
suggests that people are drawn to others with similar body odors.
Huh.
20 pairs of same-sex platonic friends who described themselves as having clicked at first sight were involved in the study. Participants wore clean cotton T-shirts that were then returned and subjected to an electronic nose.
What?
And researchers found that the odor signatures among friends who had clicked were more closely matched than odors between non-friends.
I don't know about this.
This is in Science Advances, if you'd like to read more.
I would, because this seems weird.
Does it?
Most would explain why your friends are hobos.
Because I smell like one? I see.
That's odd.
Yeah, oh yeah. We sit around the flaming barrel every night and swap stories of the rails.
Like pork and beans.
Sure.
Beans. Yeah.
Oh, good old days before the beans had the thing where you had to clip it off. Now you've got. In the old days, you had to have a can opener.
Sure.
Now it's just got that thing you slip your finger into and.
We would just use the church key and sort of shotgun the chili right out of the.
Tom, you always said you couldn't do a dating site because you have to smell somebody first.
Yeah, no, I think this is all true.
You're big on smells and that.
Yeah.
Totally true. 2 Saturdays ago, I took Finn out for pancakes and had to stop eating when they sat at a table next to us, and these women had such strong perfume on it. Ruined the taste of my food.
I agree with that.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
It is bad.
This is an interesting study, and this electronic nose. I was. They also did the same test with smelling experts, whatever you are. They have people that are gifted in that field.
Sure.
And they would do these blind. This is pretty.
Australians, they call them.
Is it because? Do you think it's
that
because?
right?
Because is it? the people who they're going to be friendly with eat the same type of foods. I'm just guessing here. And they're in the same type of environment, so they have the same.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Huh.
I don't know.
I mean, pheromones are a thing.
Sure. Remember when that was a big deal with perfumes?
Heck yeah.
Pheromone
So
perfumes.
it became illegal to put them in there or something, and yeah.
I mean, this would be. Is it also true, like, of people that smoke pot, that they're?
Oh, hey, all four of those guys smell like weed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they smoke pot together.
Or in junior high, they all smell like Axe. But that isn't the only scent we have in the news today.
No, according to the Takeout, 2 companies are launching flavor-enhancing perfumes. Perfume for you and for your food. Portland-based ice cream company called Salt and Straw has created the culinary perfume line. Not only will the perfumes make you smell like dessert, they are also completely edible.
Really?
The company is encouraging fans to spray the perfume directly onto their ice cream for an added layer of flavor.
Wow.
No.
No.
If isn't the ice cream good? No one ever said, hey, you got any perfume? I really want to spice up my pizza roll.
Well, if it tastes like pizza.
Yeah, if the perfume tastes like...
No, the pizza roll should already have the good flavor.
Well, it says it adds to it.
Adds to it.
I
What's
don't know
wrong with
about
that?
this.
But then you're also supposed to wear it as a perfume.
No, did it say that?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to walk, hey, I smell like cinnamon toast today.
Yeah. Oh. What's with all these bees and ants? Oh, that's right. I'm wearing my ice cream cologne.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't you know?
There are quite a few perfumes out there that smell like food, apparently.
Josh, when you use A1 for perfume, do you put it on your pulse points?
Did you hear?
Yeah, I dab a little behind my ears too.
He thinks you use A1 steak sauce.
Yeah, and sometimes I.
Or
Yeah.
Cologne.
And when with Pam, I don't just apply that directly. I spray it in the air and walk through it.
It's too much if you spray it on.
Right.
When I was a little kid, I remember the first time I saw toilet water in my sister's bathroom. I'm thinking, what the hell?
Toilet.
Why? Now, shouldn't they have named it like kitchen water?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Now you're talking.
Okay, here we go.
I'd rather smell like hot dog water than toilet water. Toilet water's full of poop.
The perfumes will be released on National Ice Cream Day.
Christy, Tom is right. Toilet water is full of poop. Yeah.
I'm not
Toilet
listening to
water
him.
would smell like poop.
I mean,
Christy.
The perfumes will be released on National Ice Cream Day, July 17th, my birthday.
Oh, you're going to have
that.
some ice? What's your favorite ice cream, Christy?
Vanilla.
I'm with you. I agree.
Vanilla bean or French vanilla, not just vanilla.
It
but
has the least flavor.
No, it's
the best.
Symphony
You
of
ever had
flavors.
that salted caramel?
yeah, that's good too.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice.
They will come in a cloud of cocoa, a swoon of citrus, and a plum of blooms.
Plum of blooms?
Yeah,
what does
I
that
don't
even mean?
Not a plum, a plume of blooms.
That makes more sense.
Forgot the E. Yeah.
So would you use this perfume? That's all?
No. Remember when I was in high school, when we were poor, the girls would wear vanilla.
Like just
vanilla extract? Yes, absolutely.
Now, do you know that you're going to think I'm making this up? Do you remember the connection between beavers and vanilla?
Yes.
You're making this up.
No, we had this story.
Yeah.
This is true. This is true.
If you express the anal glands of a beaver.
Yes, this is completely true.
I forget what was that stuff called.
It was
I can look it up.
Ulstrom? No.
Something like that.
Something like
Yeah.
that, wasn't it?
Turdstrom?
Yes.
I got that.
It was Turdstrom.
From a beaver. Hey, we're getting Stevie Wonder jokes in now.
Oh, good. What's your favorite so far?
Heard you guys talking about Stevie Wonder and the fact he can see.
He cannot see.
The fact he can see. Have you guys heard that Stevie Wonder is actually a horrible father?
Is that right?
Oh, come on.
He has 9 kids. He never sees them.
That's bad. That's bad. Yeah.
Here we go.
Never sees them.
This is from National Geographic.
Is it about Stevie Wonder?
No, it's about beaver butts. A secretion from beavers is used in vanilla flavoring.
Yeah.
The substance is called castoreum.
Oh, that was
It's
it.
used extensively in perfumes and foods, and has been for at least 80 years. The fragrant molasses-like slime is a combination of castor gland secretions and anal gland secretions.
Did anybody ask him to explain this?
No.
We all just said, yeah.
I couldn't remember what it was called, so I like that.
It says, due to the beaver's unique diet of leaves and bark, some secretions have a musky vanilla scent.
Boy.
I buy mine. I buy the right vanilla bean pods. I'm not going to use that.
You're going to get the dingleberries and cream. Not like the dingleberries and cream vanilla. I have a question. Who figured this out?
Yeah.
Who was
see that beaver over there? Yeah. I'm going to go suck its ass. That's what I'm trying to do. Hey.
This tastes like one of Ben and Jerry's.
When it comes to sucking animal butts, I'm 1 for 100.
This is pretty good.
Finally, a winner.
A lot better than that wildebeest we had last week.
And when they say something is vanilla, it's boring, I say no. This beaver almost clawed out my eyes.
Boy.
Wow.
Are you too proud of yourself?
No, this is true. See, Stevie Wonder is blind. That's true.
Nope.
And it's true that this castorium stuff comes from beaver.
I've been persuaded. I think Stevie can see.
I'm convinced of it.
And
I'm convinced.
What exactly would be the advantage of that? What would be the motive in someone spending all of their time pretending to be blind?
Well, if you can play piano, many people can. But if you're blind and can play piano, now you're something really extraordinary.
Now you're curiosity.
It was a money grab on his part.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what did it. It wasn't the great music. It was the, oh my God. I promised we'd play something. This is the anniversary. It's been 20 years since this event took place.
What event?
This is where the two guys attacked the. I think he was the third base coach.
Has it been 20 years?
Has it really? Wow.
Yeah, 34-year-old William League Jr. and his 15-year-old son, William III, attacked Kansas City Royals first base coach Tom Gamboa at Chicago's Comiskey Park. It was horrible. They did some damage to, I believe I think he has hearing loss permanently.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Well, there's evidence out there that he didn't actually get hearing loss. So.
Right, he can hear.
Oh, he and Steve.
If you sneak up, if you come up behind him and go, hey, what's going on?
These two guys went on to have lots and lots of problems in their lives. We have a tribute.
Baseball is a noble sport, clean and clear in a way other sports are not. It is made up of statistics and strategies and choices.
It's a memory that I'll cherish for a lifetime. We've got these great seats down the right field line, just at the edge of the outfield grass. The Royals were playing the White Sox. It was a one-run game, and suddenly my dad says, "Let's take off our shirts, hop the fence, and beat the out of the first base coach."
Baseball is a game that unites fathers and sons, connects them with the past, and offers a glimpse of the future.
I remember the first game my dad took me to like it was yesterday. The smell of the fresh-cut grass, the taste of a hot dog, and especially the crack of that guy's skull as my dad slammed his head into the urinal during the seventh inning stretch. Like all fathers, I wanted to create shared experiences with my son. And you know what? When we were beating the out of that coach's ass, I felt like my old man was looking down from heaven, or wherever he is, and smiled. We took our shirts off so that we'd be easier to spot at the bottom of the pile on SportsCenter. That videotape is something my son will always have, along with his assault conviction. Both will remind him of his dad while I'm in prison.
That's what I think of now when I think of baseball.
Baseball is punctuated with rhythms and movement and more nut adjusting than at a gathering of obsessive, compulsive squirrels. Most of all, it is about time and timelessness, speed and grace, and whipping baggies full of urine at the outfielders.
There you go. A little tribute to the two guys 20 years ago that attacked the third base coach.
Man, oh man,
their lives haven't gotten that much better. Let me tell you. Right now, I want to talk to you about maybe going home, getting behind the walls of your house.
Oh yeah, snuggling up.
Feeling comfortable and safe and secure because of Simply Safe.
And making this announcement: compound secure. Roger that. That's because I have Simply Safe, the design-it-yourself, do-it-yourself home security system Simply Safe Advanced whole home security puts you, your home, and your family's safety first and gives you peace of mind. Comprehensive protection not only against intruders and burglary, but against flooding or fires. 24/7 professional monitoring of Simply Safe. They take action. Their agents take action the moment a threat is detected. They use proprietary video verification technology so that monitoring agents can visually confirm a threat in order to get higher priority 911 dispatch. And monitoring plans are affordably priced at like $1 a day with no long-term contract or hidden fees. Feeling safe at home should not break the bank. You can customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes. Design it online at simplysafetom.com and go today to claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com.
Thank you very much, Simply Safe. If you don't believe us, read the reviews. They are stellar. Coming up, we have a little bit of comedy from Reno Collier. We have also some interesting news about the Juul, what do you call them, vaping device?
Yeah.
They got pulled from the shelves. Oh, wait.
Not so fast.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Swear to God.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook or Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, "Say it to my face." And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called Oh No You Didn't. Swear to God. Well, it's hard to spell it on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep. So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta potty selfie on Instagrams, just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, "Oh no, you didn't!"
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, for those of you that want to try to watch the show while you listen, we've got a web address for you, bobandtom.com/live. It's that simple. You can be watching the show as it happens. Now, of course, you'll need some sort of computer or a mobile device for that to happen. You can't just snap your fingers and have it appear in air in front of you. That would be weird, right? Be pretty cool, but it doesn't happen yet. Maybe someday, but for now, just head to bobandtom.com/live. You can snap all you want, but the show's not going to show up unless you go to bobandtom.com/live. The Bob and Tom live video feed. Again, it's free and you're welcome as we roll through a Monday together, Monday, June 27th. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley Cup after dethroning the two-time defending champion Tampa Bay Lightning. The Avalanche beat the Lightning 2-1 in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup final behind a goal and assist from Nathan MacKinnon. Tampa Bay fell 2 victories short of becoming the NHL's first three-peat champion since the early 1980s. Colorado's core, led by McKinnon, Captain Gabriel Landeskog, Mikiko Rettinen, and Cale Mark, got the job done after years of playoff disappointments. It's the franchise's third championship and the first since 2001. Rookie Nick Fortes hit a solo home run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Miami Marlins beat the New York Mets 3-2. The Philadelphia Phillies have placed reigning NL MVP Bryce Harper on the 10-day injured list with a broken left thumb. Former #1 overall draft pick Mickey Moniak was recalled from AAA to take Harper's roster spot. Harper's thumb broken when he was hit by a 97-mile-per-hour pitch from San Diego Padres left-hander Blake Snell Saturday night. Harper will see a specialist after the team returns to Philadelphia. Beyond that, no timetable for his return. Saudi Arabia back Live Golf getting a chilly reception in Oregon, its first stop in the United States. This coming week, the controversial tour will descend on Pumpkin Ridge Golf Club in North Plains in the rolling hills west of Portland, Oregon. The mayor, as well as officials from surrounding cities, have written the owner of Pumpkin Ridge, voicing concerns about human rights abuses by the Saudis. That is the latest in sports. Just your headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Elmer Fudd and Daffy Duck are robbing a liquor store.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'm in.
Daffy turns to Elmer and asks, "Is this whiskey?" Elmer replies, "Yeah, but not as whiskey as robbing a bank."
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bonjour, Bob and Tom.
Oh, it's
It's Pepe Lescote.
Pepe Lescrotum. Good morning,
Hi,
Pepe.
Pepe.
Comment allez-vous with you?
Oh, we're fine.
Fine, Pepe. I heard you were talking about my old job.
Your old job was?
Oui, collecting the non-urine.
Oh,
the
is that your
non-urine
job?
used in these fertility drugs.
Yes, it was a terrible, terrible job, and I'm glad I no longer do it.
Well, why was it so bad?
Well, you have to go around, collecting the urine. But I just wanted to call to tell you why they had to stop using it.
Why?
Well, it's a terrible, terrible thing. These babies, they were conceived and born with using the non-urine. When they came out, they would not cry. When they were spanked,
They wouldn't?
no.
Why?
You had to wrap them across the hands with a ruler.
I see.
I see.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Yes, Pepe.
What are the only 3 words you need to know in French?
Oh, I know this one.
That's right.
Thank you, Pepe Lescrotum.
Au revoir.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
About that.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Lord, I'm down.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
This music is kind of
Load them down.
Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hi, Chicky.
There's Ace Cosby.
Am I having a stroke or there he goes.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Fresh from Orlando, Florida.
That's right.
You feel reset? You feel relaxed?
Time to get back last night.
Did you get any sun at all?
I think so. I had a hat on. I had some sunscreen on.
Do you get treats when you go to Disney World? Do you get a churro or a Mickey Mouse ice cream cone? Or...
Oh, you got to get the Mickey Mouse ice cream.
Ice cream bar.
Yeah, sorry, the bar.
Turkey leg.
All we got in the park was just the ice cream.
Okay.
I like the ice cream that's over by the Kittyland area. Then they have my girls ate that pineapple swirl ice cream.
Oh, yeah, the whip.
Ugh.
The Dole Whip. Oh,
is
man.
it good?
Yeah, and over in Polynesian, they put alcohol in them.
Well, how about that?
Oh, yeah.
Those Polynesians know how to party.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. But...
Listen to the drums. It says, come to party.
You don't like pineapple whip? Oh, that's so good.
I like pineapple. I didn't particularly care for that. But the point, we had a good time.
I would imagine you like fresh pineapple right out of the shell, so to speak.
Well, I bet you wrong with that. I think.
You know what I'd like to see you in? Not the Mickey ears, but they also have because I know you want a bill on your hat.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Mickey ears necessarily have those, but the Goofy hats have the big bill.
Oh, sure do.
Would you wear one of those all day at the park?
And the floppy ears?
If I bought you one?
No.
No.
You would look really good in one of those. A big bill and floppy ears.
We've all got to go. I want to go to Disney World with you guys.
I know y'all make fun of me about the way I eat, but yesterday I sat down and I went, I haven't had a fruit or a vegetable in 2 days.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
It was a great weekend of eating.
That sounds good.
Just junk. I loved it.
I had a big salad last night.
I did too.
It was delicious.
You did? How did you spot it?
How'd you recognize it? It was a misorder.
I had no choice. Starve or eat this green thing. And
I loved it.
Oh, man. Sorry.
Oh, man.
You're running out of friends. You know that.
I don't care.
It was just croutons, cheese, and ranch.
Yeah, the lettuce gets in the way. Christy, what's happening at the news?
Juul can continue to sell their electronic cigarettes now that a federal appeals court temporarily blocked the government ban. Last week, the Food and Drug Administration, you'll recall, said the company must stop selling its vaping device as well as its tobacco and menthol-flavored cartridges. A 3-judge panel of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit granted Juul's request for a hold while the court reviews the case. To stay on the market, companies must show that their e-cigarettes benefit public health. In practice, that means proving that adult smokers who use them are likely to quit or reduce their smoking.
I mean, I
while
know
teens
people
are
that,
unlikely to get hooked on them.
I know people that have quit smoking by transferring over to the Juul and then weaning themselves off.
Okay. It's also got to be good for secondhand, right?
I would think.
Wouldn't that be enough
Isn't it
proof?
clear, like a mist?
I mean, there are a lot of
It's not
other things
smoke.
that, does the government really have a place to step in here? I know that, I think the big problem with Juul was they were deliberately marketing them into teens.
Yeah, because they had all the fruit flavors.
and stuff.
Yeah, and the places they were marketing them, I think that, what they should do, I think, is replace the flavors with unappealing flavors.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Like make the Juul. Hey, did you get the new Juul? It smells like old people. Yeah, it smells like smells like my Uncle Clarence.
Cedar chips and pipe smoke? What?
Uncle Clarence smelled like, what does it smell like? A foot from the grave.
New from Juul. Flavors. It's your aunt's breast milk. You wouldn't want that flavor, I would think.
It smells like Brussels sprouts and burned guinea pigs. What? I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't. I think Willie said it the other day. Is this just going to get folks that have the nicotine addiction? Well, I guess I'll just have to dip or something that's really cancer causing.
I don't think so. I think they'll just smoke.
Okay. I suppose I would also assume people are going to start. I don't know anything about these e-cigarettes. Do they have like a date on them when they run out of juice? I don't know. I know that in other words, could you just go buy 50 cases of these things and?
Oh, right. Is there an expiration date on the cartridges?
In other words, are people going to hoard these because they think they're going to get pulled off the market?
I would think.
I wonder. I hope he is okay with me saying this, but Jeff Oskey was a vapor for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he would know if the cartridges have an expiration date or not.
Okay.
Or is he back on cigarettes?
No, he's not smoking. I know he's not smoking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good for him.
Well, how's the crack going? Is he still smoking crack?
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? That's,
how many things you want him to quit?
Exactly.
One
day
at a time.
One step.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Speaking of healthy and not so healthy, the former owner of a New Mexico spa offering the so-called vampire facial is facing up to 7.5 years in prison. Maria Ramos de Ruiz ran VIP Spa where at least 2 patients who received the treatment were then diagnosed with HIV.
Now, wait, I thought it was your own blood.
Vampire facials involve drawing a patient's blood before components of the blood are injected into the patient's face using microneedles. You are correct. However, Ruiz must have been doing something different. She pleaded guilty to 5 counts of practicing medicine without a license.
You go to jail.
Yeah.
I would imagine that could be, I don't know anything. Presumably there could be problems with the needles, but just vampire facial sounds so disgusting. Sounds like Bela Lugosi. There you go, bitch. Take that.
Boy, he likes the B word.
Look at me.
Throwing the B word around.
B word this, B word that.
Well, when she gets out of prison, she can go into a normal spa thing, something everyone else does, like anal bleaching.
Oh.
They call that the mummy anal.
So this said she didn't have a license to do the vampire facial.
That's nice.
What school? Where do you go to school? I haven't seen that ad on late night TV.
Transylvania University over there in Lexington.
God,
$70,000.
Didn't get a laugh. I can't believe that didn't get a laugh.
$70,000 a year job goes unfilled, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
This is
Anal
as you
bleachers?
said, 7.5
I
years.
didn't get a laugh either.
7.5 years in prison.
I know somebody that had one of these.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it work?
I mean, I don't know what you mean by work.
I mean, when they came
They
out,
looked exactly the same to me, but
Any ruddier?
no. I mean, during the procedure, it was awful, but
don't you wish you'd been the judge when it came time for the sentencing? You said she got 7.5 years.
yeah.
The judge goes, "I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3."
Oh, like the Count on Sesame Street.
Does the
Okay.
Count gag on Sesame Street? Of course, 7.5 years in vampire years is like 2 days because you're immortal.
That's true.
Yeah.
It will fly by.
I think it's important that you're having fun.
Don't drop the soap. Butt rape. If you guys had laughed harder, I wouldn't have had to say that.
What's coming up, Christy? Anything at all?
I want to press charges. I had a vampire facial. Look at me.
I'm covered.
I can't look at myself because I'm a vampire.
In the mirror, it just looks like it's raining.
I took my iPhone and I took it in reverse to do a selfie. There's nothing there either.
What do I do?
How can I appear in these movies? I can't even see.
You want to go get breakfast, chick?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Tom and I could do this for 4 hours.
All right, you go.
Okay.
Should we just start? Let's just start a vampire
Vampire
podcast.
facial is the only way.
Yes.
Nicolas Cage, can finish. When we come back, we'll do something else.
All right.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Morty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you really save before we stick you in your grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, do you have the Bob and Tom Show app on your phone? Do you know someone who might like the Bob and Tom Show app on their phone? You should tell them it's free and available in the iTunes or Google Play Store, depending on their mobile device. Once they download the Bob and Tom Show app, they can tune into us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. They can contact us directly via text or email with just one click. Listen to those free Bob and Tom podcasts I was telling you about. You can even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Very cool. It's the Bob and Tom Show app. I know you probably have it on your phone. You could be listening to my voice right now through the app. But think about the hundreds of thousands of more people that could hear my voice every morning if we just had more people listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 every morning. Yes, let's make it happen, people. We want to dominate the world. At least the United States. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Alan Parsons is resting at home after urgent spinal surgery. His daughter, Tabitha, says the surgery was a success but did not give more details. Parsons, 73, announced earlier this month he was canceling a tour of Europe because his spinal issues were affecting his mobility. He plans to return to performing in the fall. The new film Elvis was in a virtual tie with Top Gun Maverick for ticket sales over the weekend. Each brought in an estimated $30.5 million. However, final numbers will come out today, and one of the two films likely will pull ahead. About 60% of the audience for Elvis, as you can imagine, was over the age of 35. Hey, and you can now spend the night in Dolly Parton's tour bus. According to the Knoxville News Sentinel, Dollywood Dream Home Resort and Spa in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, is taking reservations for patrons to stay in the 45-foot bus Parton used from 2008 until earlier this year. The bedroom is decorated in pink and purple and has a TV. She also put in a full-size refrigerator, tore out 6 bunk beds for her closet, and, of course, has space for her wigs. It also has 2 separate toilets and a bathtub. Want to stay? It's going to cost you a little bit. $10,000 for 2 nights. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Dollywood Foundation and Parton's Imagination Library. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
For this group, many hospitalized.
Yes.
And Pat has a song.
Yeah, and they were walking on coals.
Yeah.
So a lot of blisters.
All right.
So a lot of blisters. Pat has a song.
Okay, 25 people.
Okay, a lot of blisters.
Lake Zurich.
More than 2 dozen.
Pat's not in there. Wait a minute. Who is that?
Oh.
Me feet on fire.
Oh.
Me toes on fire. Feeling hot, hot, hot.
Now let's take a moment.
It took longer.
How much longer was the setup than the song?
5 times.
5 times.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nuttin' Raisin Honey from Post. Who else? Nuttin' Raisin Honey, coming to a store near you. Nuttin' Raisin Honey, eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold at
you think he's going to crack, don't you?
Sidekick chair.
Chick, how the heck are you?
I'm good. There's Ace Cosby, manning the track phone hotline. Hot phone. Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick. There's Tom.
As you can see, I'm looking over this these sheets here, and
yeah, you got paper in front of you.
boy.
Yeah, you sure
We can
do.
hear it.
The job description for Ace Cosby requires.
Hey!
Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
What's the difference between a teacher and a train?
I don't know. What is the difference between a teacher and a train?
Well, one will tell you to spit the gum out, and the other will go choo 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 choo.
You know, Christy is right. That is silly. That is silly.
Just a chew. There's the two different meanings, you see.
Sometimes I dumb it down.
Sometimes I dumb it down.
There's like chew.
Look right at me.
See, choo-choo, I believe, is spelled C-H-O-O, whereas
Correct.
chew would be C-H-E-W.
Yeah, don't look at me like I don't know
It's a
that.
complicated language.
Choo-choo.
Yeah, they're pronounced the same, yeah.
Do you like riding a train, Chick?
It's all right. What did I do? I rode a train one time. What
I was
did
on
I
a train
do?
over the weekend. I was on the monorail at Disney World.
That's not a train. That's a monorail. That's different.
I mean, it's very similar to a train.
There's no chewing or chewing or
No wheels.
yeah.
No engine.
Something, some train in San Diego that went up to L.A. or something. I rode that.
Oh, was it lovely?
It was okay. Yeah, a lot of fruits and nuts out there in California.
Oh, sure. You got your orange groves.
Yeah,
and
that's
your,
right. Yeah.
Almond orchards.
Groves.
So when we last left you,
Places.
we were enjoying, what was it again? Oh, the vampire facial lady got sent to jail.
You and Josh were enjoying.
Yeah, Chick
the
and I were
vampire
very disinterested
facials.
or uninterested.
You were
whichever
uninterested.
it is.
Or both.
So there's a distinction.
Yeah.
The point is, it was a great story about some woman who was giving so-called vampire facials.
Well, it's kind of a tragic story. People got sick, but...
Yeah, terrible story.
Yeah, maybe if you're dumb enough to... well,
Don't judge people.
Well, I read this on the internet, and I'm going to...
It's not ready on the internet.
Go to some quack.
The Kardashians did it.
Well, that's by definition idiots. They make lots of money. Okay, good.
And if you get stupid, it's your own fault, right? Or if you get sick, right?
It's not the Kardashians' fault that they're popular and rich. It's our fault as a population.
Well, not mine.
Not mine either. But
Anyway.
But I don't mind that they're out
The
there.
vampire facial lady is going to... Did you see the judge? Of course, they had to go to night court, of course.
Oh, well, naturally, yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
of course.
Come in at 9 a.m. You're not going to be there.
It was an important trial. I mean, there was a lot at stake.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Steak.
Yeah. No garlic, by the way, on the food services.
Please.
Craft services people. I'm
Right,
sorry.
no garlic.
Christy, what else have you got?
He's still doing it.
40 years after CDs led to their demise, vinyl record sales are surging at such a pace, manufacturers cannot seem to keep up. According to the Recording Industry Association of America, revenue from vinyl sales grew 61% in 2021 and reached $1 billion for the first time since the 80s.
Cool.
Dozens of record pressing factories have been built to try to meet demand in North America, and it's not enough. Mark Michaels, CEO and chairman of United Record Pressing, said there are 6 to 8 month backlogs due to growing demand coupled with supply chain disruptions of raw materials, including vinyl polymers. Record pressing machines are also on back order. Michael said that despite the problems, the industry, quote, has found a new gear and is accelerating at a new pace. Brian Ekus, president of the annual trade event Making Vinyl, said since no one knows how long the vinyl's popularity will continue, there's a sense that, quote, we should make hay while the sun shines.
Ah, sure.
Well, especially now. I mean, you've got a choice. You know, a tank of gas or the new Taylor Swift on vinyl. Really. I mean, I can't imagine. What's that song? WAP? Who doesn't want to hear that on vinyl?
Well, it's got a purer sound to it.
Warmer.
Yeah, okay. Warmer, wetter.
I don't think I can get any wetter.
I mean, vinyl's great. Heavy, expensive, fragile, and they take up a lot of space. Perfect.
Why are you so against
There are a lot of collectors out. They want the...
It's collectable stuff.
Yeah.
My daughter's big on vinyl. She loves it.
Having lived through it and as a DJ, You know, it's
You're over
scratchy and it's.
Well, yeah, but you played the same album. That album got played hundreds and hundreds of times. You aren't doing that at home. You're
And you're
taking
not
care of
queuing-
your records, I would think, at home.
You shouldn't be cue burning them at home.
Right.
I'm tempted to do it. I used to love playing records
Me
at home.
too.
I will only listen to podcasts if they're on vinyl.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, they're a little dated because it takes so long for them to come from the factory. You know, if you're truly hip, then you want your podcast
Right.
on vinyl. That's what I say.
This is a kind of.
Did you ever have any vinyl pants?
Vinyl pants?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't?
Why would I have vinyl pants?
Ace, did you have vinyl pants?
Spandex were big when we were.
You mean polyester?
No, I mean vinyl.
I have vinyl underwear.
I have pleather.
It's nice. Got the little hole in the back.
You had
I had leather pants.
You
I had leather and pleather.
You had pleather pants? Okay, help me here. What's pleather?
It's fake leather.
Okay,
Plastic leather.
Okay, so it's probably vinyl. Okay.
Did you have vinyl pants?
God, no.
Let's see if you can get a. Let's see if you can get a pair.
Pleather yourself.
Nobody wore vinyl pants.
There you go.
I pleathered myself till I was Thor.
There you go.
No one wore vinyl pants.
So is the vinyl thing going to also be reflected in the video world? Are we going to have a VHS?
Yes, it's already. It's happening. Mhm.
Yeah.
Because we had the story about the whatever it was, $75,000 for the copy of Back to the Future.
Boy, I've got to get you these vinyl pants. Can you imagine Tom walking
Oh,
in?
my God.
I would pay to see that.
Now I would assume vinyl.
I would
pants,
never stop laughing.
Wouldn't you just sweat?
I was going to say
How
they
would
have
you
to
get
be
them on? Wouldn't
so
it?
hot.
You'd
and
have to
so
grease yourself,
hot.
I would think.
Boy, I think these might be for a certain sect of.
Yeah.
But boy,
Zipper in the back of those.
I mean, hey, it's better than peeling them down, I would guess, to go number 2. Since that's what you were.
No.
All right.
Date night and vinyl. I'm sorry. Okay, Christy, what else have you got?
Date night and vinyl sounds like a Lou Reed song.
How would you like to spend the night in Dolly Parton's tour bus?
I would.
Knoxville News Sentinel reports Dollywood Dreammore Resort and Spa in Pigeon Forge. That's in Tennessee.
I love Pigeon Forge.
They're taking reservations for you to stay in the 45-foot bus Dolly used from 2008 until earlier this year.
Wow.
The bedroom is decorated in pink and purple, has a TV. She put in a full-size refrigerator, tore out 6 bunk beds for her closet and space for wigs. Also, 2 separate
Wigs?
toilets, and she has a bathtub in that thing. It's $10,000, though, to stay for 2 nights.
Wow.
Portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Dollywood Foundation and Parton's Imagination Library. So it is for a good
How about
cause.
that?
It's kind of an interesting deal. Would you stay in Dolly Parton's tour bus?
Yeah, I don't know.
For $10,000, I'd be able to.
Well, if the money wasn't an object,
I
if
better
you
be sleeping with Dolly.
I wouldn't. I'm sure it's very nice. I don't particularly. Life is short. I don't want to kill 3 hours. Well, I'm done licking the bathtub. Here's the toilet seat.
Why would you lick the bath?
Why wouldn't you? When in Rome.
You're spending all your time in Dolly's tour bus licking the bathtub.
Yeah.
Man, you're a weird dude.
I just want to have breakfast with her, don't you?
And then, I bet she doesn't shut up.
Oh, I'd listen to
was in
anything
here.
she
She
had
was
to
in
say.
here. She was one
Best
of the,
guest we ever
She was
had.
one of the nicest people we've ever had.
Yes, I agree.
I absolutely tell you that.
Yes, wonderful.
I want to get. So, you said one of your daughters is collecting vinyl albums?
Yes, big time.
Well, she's got that OnlyFans money.
Yeah, she can buy anything she wants.
Well, I've got some classic. I mean, some of the albums I played them so much though. I've got my favorite one is Allman Brothers Live at the Fillmore frying bacon. At least that's what it sounds.
I thought you were a big vinyl guy.
I did too. I don't know what's happening here.
No, I loved CDs. Because the only thing I didn't like about I loved the art. I liked the big the art on vinyl records was great, but the other aspect of them that was really nice was you did have to hear the songs in a certain order, which in a way would present a different art form.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now it's all singles.
Well, you'd be exposed to music you normally wouldn't listen to.
But there were certain records, and we all know this. You'd put the record on, then 3 songs in, we've got to get up and change it. It's Una Paloma Blanca. Hey, Jackson, welcome to America. Could we have the songs in English?
Well, I mean, Pandora and Spotify do that kind of for you because they'll put, you put in I like, The Allman Brothers, and then they'll bring up a song from a band you've never heard of.
Yeah, they've got their own algorithms.
Yeah, which I think is cool.
But I think that the sonic thing about vinyl, I think, is sort of a myth.
I do too. I think you can like the sound of it, but don't tell me it's better than some of these remastered digital things. You kidding me?
Got Wally Cox. Wow, the heavy vinyl behavior.
Wally Cox.
What does he have to do with vinyl?
That's his argument. Well, if somebody who knows everything like Wally Cox.
Well, why wouldn't the voice of underdog?
I was going to say, what did Wally Cox ever do?
The world-renowned expert in everything is Wally Cox.
No, he's got that nerd look like, wow, the heavyweight vinyl.
It's really hard to have a conversation with you anymore.
One of my friends' dad was a genius engineer. I mean, really, truly was. He had a turntable back in the day that had, I'm not joking, the what do you call it? The back of the tone arm. You've probably seen this chick. It had little tiny weights.
Oh, sure, and you could adjust the weight.
Dangling. It was this crazy. And the cartridges were $800 or some nutty thing.
Did they have the diamond needle?
God knows, but of course, when we go in there and play the Allman Brothers over and over again. I don't know if the pot smoke settled into the innards of the. Sorry. Right now, I want to talk about getting some sleep because I need some. I spent the weekend at Disney World.
That's the truth.
Oh man, I'm tired. But when I got home last night, wow, was I happy to see my Sleep Number bed. And my Sleep Number bed is set at a crisp 85. It's fairly firm, not too firm. Chick McGee, your Sleep Number setting is
100.
That is a firm mattress, my friend.
Yes,
Christy
indeed.
Lee.
45.
Like
a little lighter.
It's like a water bed. You have the choice. You can set it at the touch of a button. You can change it. Either side of the bed has its own setting. It's that simple. It's a simple idea that is a brilliant idea. Year 2021 data shows that June is the month where sleepers get the least amount of sleep. Why do you think that is? Isn't that odd? I think maybe part of it is because of all that daylight out there. But it's important to keep your circadian rhythms in sync to get great quality sleep. That's why you want to think about the Sleep Number bed. Proven quality sleep. Every great day starts the night before. And now don't miss Sleep Number's lowest prices of the season with the famous Queen 360 C2 Smart Bed. I can't believe what I'm reading here. It's just $899 right now. That's a savings of $200. And this is a smart bed that'll help you get better sleep. And once again, it's adjustable at the touch of a button, either side of the bed. Everybody's happy. Check it out at Sleep Number stores or online at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments are required. See sleepnumber.com for all the details. Once again, I love my Sleep Number bed. Coming up, we're going to have a lesson in history. We're going to talk with comedian Reno Collier. We've got a pregnant sea lion on our hands.
Oh.
On the 8th tee. And did you guys cover the Queen's new hairstyle?
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I didn't hear you. I was just wondering.
I can do it again if you'd like.
Okay. Because I've got a theory about this.
Oh, okay.
When we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to our social media. You kids love your social media. Plus, we've also got videos you can click on and watch to fill that time when you're looking to fill time. Pat Godwin singing songs from the performance room. Ace Cosby telling jokes. There's Chick McGee, the Bob and Tom Show puppets. Are you kidding me? Smack Tom. Check it out all for free at bobandtom.com. Reno Collier coming up. Of course, Reno, you can find more about him at RenoCollierComedy.com with a look at history and Tom Griswold and Reno and you all on the way right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Monday morning. The Japanese government has warned of possible power shortages in the Tokyo region, asking people to conserve energy as the country endures an unusually intense heat wave. Weather officials announced the earliest end of the annual summer rainy season in decades. The rains usually temper summer heat well into July. The Economy and Industry Ministry urged people living in the region serviced by the Tokyo Electric Power Company to conserve power in the afternoon, especially demand peaks between 4 and 5 p.m. The power supply is relatively tight after Japan idled most of its nuclear reactors after the 2011 meltdowns in Fukushima. It also has been closing down old coal plants to meet promises for reducing carbon emissions. More than 4 months after she was arrested at a Moscow airport for cannabis possession, American basketball player Brittany Griner is set to appear in court today for a preliminary hearing ahead of her trial. The Phoenix Mercury star, considered in some polls to be the United States' most gifted female athlete, could face 10 years in prison if convicted on charges of transportation of drugs. Fewer than 1% of defendants in Russian criminal cases are acquitted, and unlike in the U.S., acquittals can be overturned. The trial date has not been announced, but is expected soon. Griner recently ordered to remain in pretrial detention through July 2nd. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual Ventriloquist Convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say?
From the Ventriloquism Convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell.
We can tell.
I can tell your lips are pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy? Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand him the phone.
We're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay, great.
Go ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like those dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Hello, Americans. It's that time of year again. You received your tax forms in the mail, and now it's time to settle up with the IRS. When it comes to tax preparation, well, listen to this.
Honey, we got our tax forms.
Are you going to try to do it yourself again this year?
I don't know. It's such a pain in the butt.
Taxes can be a pain in the butt. That's why you should let the specialists at Tax Preparation H Incorporated do your taxes for you. Tax Preparation H Incorporated relieves the pain often associated with filing your taxes. And Tax Preparation H Incorporated can reduce those piles of paperwork to one small form that you simply have to sign and file.
Did you go to Tax Preparation H Incorporated?
I sure did.
Do we owe much?
Yep. Oh, we really got reamed by the IRS. But I'll tell you, it doesn't hurt as much thanks to Tax Preparation H Incorporated.
Tax Preparation H Incorporated. We're just itching to do your return. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Hey, and if you want, we'll even tell Uncle Sam to shove it up his...
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24.
Yeah, that's, hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
You need a nap.
I told you. I was at Disney World for 2.5 days. I remember. I'm ready to jump off Space Mountain.
I don't know how you did it.
I'm so tired.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
Hey. Yeah.
Are you okay?
There's Ace Cosby. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
Thank you very much.
Dear radio hobos.
All right.
That's hobos with a B, right?
Did I just hear? Did I just hear that if Tom stayed in Dolly Parton's RV, he would lick the bathtub for 3 hours?
Well, you want to get all of it.
It's a lot of money. Don't want to miss a spot.
I have a follow-up, he says.
All right.
Can someone define for me what Tom's version of a gentleman is? That's David from Cedar Falls.
No. I think they're renting out Dolly's old bus for charity, right? Which is kind of a fun idea. But $5K a night, you said, wasn't it? A little steep.
Yeah, that sure is. You got to be a big fan.
Okay. And also, we were talking about this vinyl records thing, and your daughter's collecting.
I don't know if she's collecting, but she enjoys playing records.
I do have probably. I mean, back in the day, we had a lot of them, but
I have a pretty decent TX
most of mine are in storage somewhere.
Well, they're not going to be in good shape now.
I thought your mom threw them away or something.
That was the comic book.
That was my comic books. Oh, God. Sad day. Mad magazines, Superman and Batman.
Oh, man.
My sad sacks. Seriously.
I know. That's why we're laughing, because you're being serious.
You're the only person in the world that collected sad sacks.
No, the only ones I had, see, the thing is, I have older brothers. So I had all of their Batman and Superman from the early 50s.
Wow.
And I'd read them all 50. You'd read them over and over and over again.
That's millions of dollars worth of
Well, no, I mean, they were used and read, and they were... But
still,
then
millions of dollars.
Mad Magazine, and I had Batman, Superman, and Sad Sack. I was not a Marvel guy.
Did you have baseball cards?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you know, God knows.
Yeah.
Probably had whatever his name was, Homer...
Honus Wagner?
Honus Wagner?
Honus Wagner, probably in there somewhere.
Was he like the first one?
Yeah, that's like the oldest of the first or something.
Now, did you have a mitt signed by somebody cool?
No, not a mitt. I had plenty of baseballs signed because I would meet all these guys when I worked for Rolling Sporting.
What happened to him? Did you stop?
Blah, 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 blah. Gifted them or sold. I sold some.
My mitt was signed by Bob Feller.
Who? Oh, the Miller Lite guy?
No, Bob Feller, the great...
Bob Uecker.
That's Bob Uecker.
Probably more well-known than Bob Feller was... Yeah.
Bob Feller.
I'm not familiar with Bob Feller's work.
He had kind of a loose denture thing.
He had quite a list going.
He was a tremendous baseball player.
He was the first of the fireballers, if you will.
He was
jolly good fighter. But I played with it all the time, so his signature kind of faded away.
Sure.
Yeah. And,
he played with his balls all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. Now, we were trying to hook up with comedian Reno Collier. That has just happened. Reno, we were talking about vinyl records. Do you have? I don't see you as being a vinyl collector.
No, I don't. I don't know.
Judging by that picture behind you, you're a collector of motel art.
Josh, you have been gone for a little while. People have relentlessly. You know, the one lady messaged me and asked me where she could get one. Some people do like the picnic table cover ketchup mustard stain.
Really, that's what it looks like. It looks like
she
like
get
a tablecloth where they had a lot of mustard.
Why
and
doesn't she just make her own?
Just take all the condiments out of the fridge and Gallagher them on the table.
And the frame is also lovely.
Jackson Pollock, you are so mean.
The frame,
dude, it was expensive.
It's an old school frame. Yeah.
It took me 2 weeks at the Funny Chuckle Hut to pay for this damn thing.
All right.
Well, I'm sure your wife appreciates it.
Well, I'm sure your nephew appreciates you buying it.
What is it? Does that have a title?
No. It's called Splat.
Okay. All right.
You know, the Funny Chuckle Hut, you better be laughing at the Funny.
Oh, dude, you better.
Okay, so now...
If you're not, you're asking for trouble.
I know the answer for pretty much everybody in this room, but I don't know this for you. What was the first music you purchased, let me put it that way, was it on cassette, or was it a 45 or a vinyl? Or
45. It was I Love a Rainy Night by Eddie Rabbit.
Excellent choice.
I was lucky enough to meet Mr. Rabbit.
Me too. Love it.
What a nice guy.
Yes.
Go ahead. Tell him. I don't know if he knows this.
Love a rainy night.
Tell
Eddie's daughter, you mean?
Eddie's daughter.
She's a big fan.
She's
Jessica?
Big fan of this show.
Not
her
Jessica.
her nickname really is Bunny.
Bunny.
Oh.
Yeah, they call her
She's
Bunny.
very sweet. So, yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah, love that song. And the I had Elvis, but that was because it was my mom's. So like the first record player I had was my mom's. So it was all, you could swap out the 45s and the albums and everything. And so I was at the mercy of whatever was in the box.
Oh,
but that Eddie Rabbit was the first one I bought.
Now, I know a lot about Chick McGee, but I don't know the answer to the question I'm about to ask. Chick, I know that you had 45s in your home stereo. Did you have the, I don't even know what you call it, the middle of a 45 were those plastic discs that have a name that I always forget?
There is a name for them, but I can't remember.
Yeah, and Bob has a cool T-shirt that just has one of those on it. But there was also a stackable...
Like a tube.
Like a tube.
Looked like a toilet paper roll.
Yeah, exactly, that you could stack 45s on.
I didn't have one of those.
Okay.
No, I had a little box I put them in. A little suitcase.
But I mean,
No, but when you played it,
you
'cause they
played
would
them.
play one
You could
and then
stack
it'd be
them on the
done.
record player.
Right. And the arm would move.
They would drop down. And then, of
Can I
course,
tell you something that's not good? Don't use those as a hamster ride.
Oh, okay.
Just a little point, just to throw it out there. I tried that. And then,
and you
later on, I was digging a hole in the
with the
backyard.
stereo that my parents had. You could drop the needle and you could hear the vinyl digging away because the tone on was so heavy.
I bet your parents had one of those big console, like a piece of furniture.
Yeah, my grandparents did.
We had one.
And
It looked like
I climbed around the back of it, and I took alligator clips and would clip onto the speaker so I could tape stuff onto cassettes.
Oh, you could do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you could just, instead of going the proper way through the amp, whatever, just clip onto the speakers. Who knows?
You get a line?
Somehow.
They didn't have a
know
console stereo then.
Yeah. Now, we're speaking, by the way, with comedian Reno Collier, who joins us from his home. And Reno,
yes, sir.
What type of records did you listen to when you were a kid?
I listened to Southern rock. It was a lot of Elvis. Dude, you guys saw Elvis, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet. I was busy this week and I went to Disney World, but Christy's seen it. She liked it.
If I can tell somebody, if you're going to see it, don't see it in Tennessee. Because a dude sitting beside me was dressed as Elvis.
Oh, wow.
Like not completely, not like the shiny stuff, but like he was older. He had the chops and when we're watching it, he was talking like Elvis. Like during her and like when Elvis met Priscilla, my son looked over at me and he goes, "Hey man, I guess I didn't have Amber Alerts back then, right?" and the guy leans over and he goes, "That's the way we used to do it, man." Like during the freaking movie.
Now, in defense of Elvis and Priscilla, because I was upset about that too, they dated for 7 years before they got married. So she was 21 when they actually got married, and she insists that they did not have sexual relations until she was married.
Does she?
Well, vaginally.
Yeah. Oh, you know what he means.
Yeah, somehow she thought that was better.
Right?
And I will say, Reno, when I went to see it
Isn't that right, Tom?
there were quite a few women with Elvis T-shirts on in the theater.
People were fired up, weren't they?
I want to see it. I'm a fan.
I like to think that somewhere Elvis is watching that movie.
Well, you're thinking wrong.
He might have been sitting beside me.
Awful dark in that casket.
When people throw the panties now, they're a different size and look, though, aren't they?
Yeah. Now there depends.
Christy with the depends line.
That pair of underwear went through the screen.
Did Elvis have the panty thing like Tom Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the movie.
And Tom Jones, he still has the room key thing, right? The women.
Hilarious.
That's what he says.
Now, what do they do in today's world? Most hotels don't have keys anymore.
They hold up their phones and go, "Hey, room 217."
They rub the phone up against
Chinese throwing star, the little.
Now, Christy had a story. I don't have it in front of me, but apparently Dolly Parton, and I'm a huge Dolly Parton fan. Don't get me wrong. She was in here. If people ask me who's the nicest famous person you've ever met, the answer would be Dolly Parton. I'm not kidding.
And those cans, huh?
Oh, stop it.
The point is,
Hammers.
you can lease her former tour bus. Is that what it is?
Yeah, at Dollywood Dreammore Resort and Spa in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, they are now taking reservations for Dolly's 45-foot bus, the one she used from 2008 until earlier this year. The bedroom, decorated in pink and purple, has a TV. There's a full-size refrigerator. She tore out the 6 bunk beds for her closet and wigs, but she does have 2 separate toilets and a bathtub. It'll cost you, though, $10,000 for 2 nights.
Oh.
The money goes to charity.
I mean, you've probably been on, I would imagine back in the day, because you toured a lot with the blue collar guys. And I know.
Tons of.
Did you spend a lot of time on those elaborate tour buses with the.
Yeah, like 10 years, man. Yeah, like in the beginning, I wasn't paying for any of it, but like Cable Guy leased one, and that had all kinds of bunk beds. Then it got into like really cool one. The first thing you ask a bus driver is, does this thing have a grinder? They're always going to say no.
Oh.
But
yeah.
Like, so you can poop on the bus? Because if not, I mean, you're just riding and riding and riding. So just a little tidbit, when you get on, ask if there's a grinder, because if you don't, I remember one time I had to go poo-poo on one of those little jets that only holds 3 people, and that doesn't go away, and people don't forget what you did to them.
Wow.
That's TMI. Could we?
No kidding. I mean,
no, this is important.
Well, dream about the beauty of someday being able to fly in a private jet, and now it's been ruined.
I'm just saying, if you paid $10,000, that thing better have a grinder.
No kidding. Yeah.
Well, certainly good to know.
She probably, I don't know if people know this, but in Tennessee, like, she donates more money and pays for more kids to go to school in East Tennessee than the government.
Well,
I mean,
that's
she just
part of the
scholarships.
She's incredible.
She's the greatest. Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm not. Now, I wanted to. I missed part of the show Friday, Reno, because I had to head down to Orlando to go to Disney World. You been to Disney World recently?
Oh, yeah. You're not a fan?
I love Disney World, but it was really hot.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I forgot to tell you, while you were at the airport, I received, within 15 minutes of you walking into that building, someone sent me a picture and said, I think Tom's at the airport. I recognize the hat and fishing shirt.
My God, it was you.
It was you.
It's not a fishing shirt. It's just a nice practical.
It's kind of a fishing shirt.
It looks like one, yeah.
All cotton breathing.
Anyway, this is what you missed.
I missed the story about the Queen.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth II was sporting a new hairstyle right now for summer. According to CNN, she first debuted the shorter hairdo at an engagement with the Archbishop of Canterbury earlier in the week. It can be seen more
I'm sure he's a
noticeably
fashionista. Well, it was the clergy or...
in images that the royals posted to their official Instagram page. The photo shows the British monarch sporting the new hairdo as she greets Margaret Beasley, the governor of New South Wales at Windsor Castle.
It looks like she's a dog sticking her head out of a sunroof and just blowing.
I mean, it's a classic old lady haircut.
Yeah, it's shorter.
Of course it is. She's 120.
She's 96.
The thing that bugs me about this is, I mean, God bless the Queen, but could someone do something about that Boris Johnson guy's hair? What's his deal? Have you ever noticed this guy?
He parties, man.
The Prime Minister of England.
I just saw a video of him, but I need to.
He always looks like someone's taken his blonde hair and
He always does look mussed up.
It's always
Dumb and
mussed up.
Dumber hair.
That's obviously his look.
You're right. It's Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
haircut.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because he's hot and ready to party.
You do just want to muss it like a little boy's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
he
may have some free time coming up if you've been
good Prime Minister.
Yeah, no joke.
In any event, I think she should. She should go with that. What is it? Elizabeth I who had that super giant forehead look going. You ever seen those paintings?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm not real big.
Yes, it was way back.
Yeah,
UK history.
It was like my hairline, or more like Josh's. Really, Josh.
It really was. It was like red. It would start.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
And she had the big cone around her neck.
Yeah.
Christy, at some age, like women, it looks like they start cutting their own hair.
I know,
like they
right?
get to a certain point. I've had this thought, like, you can tell the best years of somebody's life by their haircut.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like when you look at some dude and he's 56 and he has a mullet and a Camaro, like 89 was a great year for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like the guys that were in the military, they keep it
high and tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you certainly raise a good point.
Well, there's I think a misnomer, I guess. Is that a word? It
is a word, but
I don't know what context.
that women of a certain age shouldn't have long hair. I hear it all the time. And it's like, no, I don't believe that.
Your hair looks great.
Thanks.
Did you see the big controversy right now? I can't believe I know this. This is what happens when you're sitting in an airport for 3 hours. Who's the woman from Sex and the City? What's her name?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica. It's a real big thing that she's let her hair grow gray.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
a lot of women have let their hair go gray during COVID.
Looks good. She looks great.
Like moi.
Your hair looks wonderful, Christy.
Thank you.
Well, Reno.
Yes, sir.
What do you got coming up this weekend? Are you on the road again?
On the 2nd, I'm doing a private gig, and then the 7th, I'm in Kerrville, Texas, and then I go to Dayton, Ohio, and then somewhere. I got a bunch of shows with Josh coming up in like a month or something.
Yeah, August will be a fun month.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait.
Well, make sure and send them to me, and I can give them the proper plugging.
I sure will, sir.
Okay.
And welcome back from Florida. And Josh, I'm so glad you're feeling better, buddy.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And thanks for the text. It was very nice.
Yes, I love you.
Doing well. Love you too, man.
Folks. Okay. Have you seen that? You look up a picture of that Boris Johnson guy. It always looks like he just got off a helicopter. No, really. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll see you, Reno. Thank you.
All right. Have a great week, everybody.
You too, dude.
Thanks, y'all.
Happy 4th.
Right now, I want to talk about Sonic Life.
I hope you listen to Reno on your Raycon earbuds.
Oh, it makes them that much better.
Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever with 3 sound profiles to match whatever you're listening to. They feature noise isolation and awareness mode. You can choose to be immersed in sound or tune into your surroundings when you need to. And while you travel or during a grueling workout, the optimized gel tips fit every ear ever made, and they are comfortable enough for all-day wear, and they do not budge. And Raycon, you get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and you get all this for half the price of other premium audio brands.
That is correct. So it's double the sound, double the quality, half the price. Check out the Raycons. And in some places, you can't be on your phone holding up to your ear. You got to be doing it with earbuds. So that's just one more reason. Be a lawful citizen. Buy Raycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon order. Chick McGee brought these to my attention.
Yes,
Check
I
them
did.
out yourself. You'll love them. We get love letters about the Raycons, too. When we come back, we're going to have a little bit of a history lesson. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. BobandTom@BobandTom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
And a good morning to you. Mark Allison along with you on a Monday morning. Hey, if you're looking for Greg Warren, the Warren Report has been moved this week to Thursday, special Thursday edition of the Warren Report coming up. That'll be in the 9 o'clock hour on Thursday, in case you were looking for the Warren Report on a Monday. It's not here today. I just told you it's on Thursday. Reno Collier, however, was here today, and we've also learned a lot on the Bob and Tom Show today. No exception. We'll be back to find out what it was we learned, and we'll continue with a little bit of history, all up next on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Tens of thousands of suburban swing voters who helped fuel the Democratic Party's gain of recent years suddenly becoming Republicans. Overall, more than 1 million voters across 43 states has switched to the Republican Party. They include former Democrats, those previously unaffiliated with either major party. This phenomenon playing out in the months since President Joe Biden replaced former President Donald Trump. Hey, Juul's back in the game. That's right. An appeals court has blocked a federal government ban on the sale of Juul products. That stalls last week's move by the Food and Drug Administration, ordering Juul to shut down sales. The company filed an emergency motion Friday to delay the ban, pending its appeal. And police say they found more than 110 dangerous snakes being kept on a farm after a woman living there sought treatment for a bite. The 35-year-old woman drove herself to the hospital near Berlin, Germany, and told doctors a rattlesnake had nipped her. Doctors sought an antidote, and police visited the farm where they found dozens of snakes. The collection included constrictors and poisonous varieties, and they were not in suitable terrariums. By the way, all of the snakes were impounded. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
His name is Apollo Johnson, and he's America's #1 astronaut. But he's also a well-endowed ladies' man. Monumental Pictures proudly presents Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo, your rocket is so big.
Adult film star Dick Mahogany in his first starring role since Shaft's Lethal Weapon is astronaut Apollo Johnson. And when he's not orbiting the Earth, he's going around the world. Apollo Johnson. He's not just an astronaut. He's a charter member of the 100,000 Mile High Club. And believe me, there's nothing weightless about Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo. Now I know why they call it the Johnson Space Center.
He's Apollo Johnson, and not even the shuttle can hold all of his cargo. Look at that load. Apollo 13 and a half from Monumental Pictures, rated PG-13 and a half.
Oh, boy.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
What'd you do, dog?
So I screwed up. You know how too many times I say the wrong thing?
Yeah, right.
Well, Kathy's into this mail order stuff again.
Right.
Yeah.
She's into this big time. I came home the other day. There was a case of breast enlargement cream on the kitchen table.
There was? Breast enlargement cream?
Yeah, sitting right there on the table. I said, what the hell is this for? She said she rubs it on her breasts. They get bigger. I said, just use toilet paper. It's been working on your butt for 8 years.
Oh, that was a beautiful thing.
Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Hi, this is Augie Smith.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
The sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Christy saw the Elvis movie.
I did. Oh, yeah, man. King.
That'll make you go buy some Elvis records, you think?
No.
He doesn't. Does he look like? I don't think he does.
Awesome.
Right?
I didn't think he did either at first, and then you kind of. I don't want to spoil the movie for people, but I mean, but you start to believe it. I mean, he does
it's about capturing that spirit.
Right.
But does it follow the whole Elvis all the way through, or right before he goes on stage really big?
It goes
like huge and fat. I mean, not really.
At the end, he's a little bit bigger, but he never gets huge and fat. I think they kind of top it off in his Vegas act. Remember when he was in Vegas all those years and for 5 years, which is what really they're here saying was the downfall of Elvis because Colonel Tom Parker sold him out. But
my grandparents saw him in Vegas.
Did
they? I asked, they said, "How was that?" Too loud, they said.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you're too loud, you're too old. How old are they now?
They are as old as the dirt that they're surrounded by.
My guy saw him when he did that 15-city tour, years ago. He was like 10 or 11 or something when he saw him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, I'll try to check the movie out this week.
Pat and I are talking about going. You want to go with us?
Yeah.
When are you going?
We'll figure it out.
Decided yet. Pretty soon.
You will buy me a Sprite and a pretzel.
Oh, you get Sprite, do you?
Sometimes.
Well,
to treat myself.
Why can't they do caffeine-free Coke Zero there? I don't understand. They have 17,000 selections of soda.
Just sneak it in. Now, you've been to Graceland, right, Pat?
Whoops.
At least 2 or 3 times.
You've been to Graceland?
See, I've never been there.
Oh, did you know that this is, I'm not kidding, Elvis sponsored a bunch of Little League teams?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm totally.
That's cool.
Right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Does he have the pictures up like at a funeral home in Graceland?
Yeah, but I mean, you're kind of wishing that the kids would be wearing, instead of traditional base Little League uniforms, like
a little cape,
sequin with big
jumpsuits.
Oh man,
I think he comes.
Swing better.
Here's the thing.
Thank you very much.
Here's the thing about Graceland: the sliding board has bullet holes in it, so they don't talk about that. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Oh, they do show him shooting up the TV screens. He was known for that, I guess.
Hey, why? That'd be fun. Who wouldn't want to do that?
When he was young, he was so sweet. He comes off as a very sweet man.
Okay.
Southern young man.
Do you remember who was on the TV when he started shooting it up? Isn't that the legend?
Yeah, it was Robert Goulet.
Robert Goulet, that's right.
They don't show that in the movie.
He didn't like Robert Goulet?
Nope. Bother.
Really?
Huh.
It may have been Robert Goulet. I don't really remember who was on the TV screen.
Robert Goulet bugs me, man.
Where's my gun, Sonny?
Doesn't he bug you?
Time for a little history lesson today?
He bugs the hell out of me. Time now for today, June 27th, 22.
I would not have called this one.
All right.
Bell Laboratories demonstrates the first color television. What year do you think it was?
58.
Yeah, I would have gone with that too. 29.
1929.
That is crazy.
See, this
that
is
is
like
crazy.
The government right now has water-powered automobiles. You know they do.
I know it. I've seen them.
Damn
right.
Designed by Stevie Wonder. He ain't blind.
They sure right. You can see as good as anything.
Not only that, you can see 2020.
He's an eagle.
And he's an albino.
Isn't she lovely? How does he know?
You can shoot the eyes out of a squirrel at 100 feet.
Hey, I know it.
Okay. Ace, this is a quote from a movie made in 1939. The quote is, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn."
Wizard of Oz.
Humphrey Bogart.
No.
Oh, Scarlet. What is it?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. You're getting close.
Scarlet.
Gone with the Wind.
Shocking language at the time.
Yeah.
To say
Gasps
I don't give a
from the
damn?
audience. Yes.
I don't give a damn.
Wow. Let's see now. How about this one? I wouldn't have guessed this one either. The first automatic teller machine, ATM, installed in London, England.
Oh, 67?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
How'd you know that?
Because it's in London. He
I
knows
know my
everything.
London, England stuff.
When was the Tower Bridge built?
19? No, I mean 019. I mean,
First one I remember seeing one in New York in '73, and I can remember one of my roommates had a card. Every time he'd stop by, he'd put the thing in, and it would eat the card and go. Yeah, they've perfected them now.
So would you go down to the ATM and stand behind people as they put their? You're going to eat your card. It's going to eat your card.
I would
bet
applaud.
you would.
Applaud.
I bet you would.
Well, I guess you don't have the $100 for the blow, huh? Let's see. 1977, Supreme Court 5-4 decision allowing lawyers to advertise. And wow, they sure do.
Yes,
if you watch the news, every
Local
other
TV
commercial.
stations everywhere are grateful, okay?
Okay.
Well, talk about one you want to overturn. I don't know, maybe. Hey, time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. At Napa, when it comes to serving you, our motor never quits. From next day delivery to getting involved with local communities, that's Napa know-how. Pat Godwin's son, Jimmy, is away at summer camp.
Oh, boy.
Have a great week off there, Pat.
And he's very, very nervous about the
He's going to have a great time.
Yeah.
He is,
he might get hurt, but he'll be all right. He'll have fun.
Tom was in Disney
They
World.
have good medical staffs there.
Yeah. Don't they have a...
Maybe I should go.
Is that they have a copter pad there? I mean, can you get in and out pretty easily?
I asked that question. They did not answer me.
Yes, that question.
Tom was in Disney World over the weekend. He rode 6 rides in 2 days.
Well,
It's true.
it's a popular place.
A lot of people there.
Sure.
A lot of people, a lot of heat.
Dan Blocker died following a routine gallbladder surgery.
Wow, I'm glad you didn't read that 2 weeks ago.
I am glad as well.
Well, it can still happen.
Colorado Avalanche. What are you saying?
Who knows what they've forgotten there?
Oh, man.
Well, I mean,
something's in
he's
there.
not going to live forever.
You could have some
None of us
forceps in
Did you know that in the original Gone with the Wind script, it said, frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah.
They changed it.
Didn't play as well.
Is that right?
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give two.
You can take a fly.
Tom was
They
at
used
the...
that word back then? The F word?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Oh, you know, the story that I missed.
Oh, God.
I heard, Christy, I heard you talking about
Was
it on the
I
radio.
talking?
No, but I want to bring this up again tomorrow. The story about this.
Well, this is about what we did today, not stuff we're going to do tomorrow.
It was this computer program that can hear 60 seconds of a voice, and then
Oh, yeah.
then you could have like a voicemail from your dead grandmother.
Sure, or Siri or somebody can be
right
it.
here.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
would turn-
Alexa.
we'll do it tomorrow. I want to hear about this. It'll
Say goodbye.
It'll read a book.
Bye.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good
Night, Gracie.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.